All right, what is up, everyone? How's everybody doing today? Let's go ahead and turn down this music. Welcome to something that I have not done ever. I don't think I've ever done anything like this, and that is a YouTube or channel starter guide or content creation tips, or I'm not really sure exactly what to call it. I'm just going to call it YouTube workshop. I think that's what we're going to do here. Okay, YouTube workshop. So thanks to everybody who's joining us. We've got around 33 people, so I'm guessing all of you guys are interested in actually creating content and getting started. So I did make you guys wait for about a good 6-7 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it, and then at the end we'll have a Q&A. This is gonna take anywhere from like 30 to 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer depending on it. And I'm gonna go over some basic tips and tricks in order to get your channel started. So let me just first say hi to everybody here. I see Nerdy Cabanas here, who's just started a channel. Good stuff, by the way, man. I'm liking what you're doing. Avedon is here, who also has a channel. We Am Gamer, who's also looking to make content as well. What's up, guys? Dumb Guy Gaming, how you guys doing today? Kid Ratata, how's it going? Upload this live later. I always upload stuff live later, absolutely. Yeah, all my live streams I always put up later, so you don't ever have to ask me that because I'll always do it. So yeah, hold on to your guys' random questions and stuff, guys. I'll answer those at the end if you have any more questions. So just hold on to that. Like, you know, you're talking about making tier lists and stuff. Just hold on, and I'll talk about those at the end. So Cyber Matt, how's it going? Artist Akira, Bud Senior. Appreciate this, guys, coming out to the stream. Gucci Dolphin, good to see all of you guys here. Rosalina, good to see you guys here. Chips and Sticks. Shout outs to everybody here. I know a lot of you guys have channels, or a lot of you guys are looking to get into content. So let's just go ahead and start up, guys, with the first bit of thing that I want to make sure that everybody understands this and understand me clearly when you're talking about a YouTube channel. Do not start this up because you think it's going to be some type of get-rich-quick scheme, because for 99% of people on YouTube, it is not that. So I know a lot of you guys already know this, but I think it's also good for reinforcement, just because, like, don't even think of it as like a get a little bit of money soon scheme. It's not even that, okay? For some people it is. You could be a Jonathan Spawnwave where it takes you a year and a half and all of a sudden you've got 100-something thousand subscribers, or like a Arlo, you got 500,000 subscribers or something like that, or Austin John Plays or something, you know. You could be that, or you could be like most people who do content starting up and never make anything. So don't take this as something that where, oh, you're going to be able to just make a ton of money right off the back off of YouTube. Ad revenue is horrible. Ad revenue is garbage. It's garbage. It's been garbage. And YouTube has even, and back then it was a lot easier. Like when I first started YouTube, it was a lot easier to get partner. There was no partnership. You just uploaded videos and YouTube just monetized it. So back when I started, it was much easier. Today's days, there's requirements, there's restrictions, there's algorithms, there's all sorts of stuff that kind of play into it. And the algorithm is probably your biggest friend. Actually, it's not even the biggest friend. It's probably your worst enemy on this site is the algorithm. You can be doing just fine and something can happen that you don't even know. Something just like little, you know, kink in the armor, then all of a sudden everything just falls apart. So just make sure you guys understand that. So that's my first tip to anybody. Don't make it seem as if, oh, well, I'm going to be able to make a bunch of income in a short amount of time, or even a year, or even 2 years. That's probably not going to happen, especially with today's new YouTube rules and how they're doing things like this today. So that's that. Now let's go ahead and start off with the first basis of a channel. We're mainly going to be talking about gaming channels because I know a lot of you guys like to do gaming. And that's what you guys want to do. However, your channel does not need to be completely gaming related. You know what I mean? It does not need to be, okay, we're going to go 100% into gaming. So just remember that, okay? Remember that. If you like movies, if you like comics, if you like other things, it's not necessarily a horrible thing to implement those after you've got your focus. And that's the first thing that I want to talk about and what's important, and that is the focus of your channel. When I rebrand my channel, which I do pretty much every single year, I rebrand my channel. But when I rebranded my channel back in 2017, At the end of 2017, or no, like mid 2017, around that time, I said, okay, well, what we're going to do here, you know, I love anime. Anime is a part of me. I love Naruto. That's a big part of me. So I'm going to theme my channel around what I love, and I'm going to try to see if other people will, you know, like that based on what I do. So the whole ninja thing, the whole, you know, Toby Blaster or whatever, you know, all that stuff is all based on things that I already like, okay? Yeah, you might lose some people, you know, because some people might not know what you're talking about, but that's not the point. The point is to get people who like whatever theme that you can do. So you have to make sure that your channel is clearly themed. Let me give you guys some more examples. You have, let's just start off with my crew, right? So like on the Spawncast, for example, you look at like RGT85, you know, Retro Gaming Tube. Obviously, you know, it was based off retro gaming, and he's expanded out to other things. Right now he does new games, now he does retro games, he does all of that, but that was the basis of his channel, you know, kind of like a aggressive, weird old dude, you know what I'm saying, that just plays old school video games, you know. And then you get maybe like John, for example, you know, Spawn Wave, how he does it like with tech. He's really into the tech. It's a very clear focused news technology type of channel, and it's built that way. His attitude and his demeanor is built towards that. So when you're doing a channel, you can't just say, well, I'm gonna play PlayStation 4, I'm gonna play Xbox, I'm gonna play Nintendo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, so many times I see a lot of you know, people that are starting out, they get on YouTube and they think that they're just gonna, because like they like to play everything, you know, and you guys like a bunch of different systems, so like, I'm just gonna play everything and everybody's just gonna come watch my stuff. No, that's not, unfortunately, not everybody has that luxury. You're only one person. You're only one person. So since you're only one person, everybody's not going to come and rush to your channel. You know, look at, let's take a step back, because I see this is a mistake that a lot of you guys are making. Take a step back. Let's look at Ninja, for example, who's one of the biggest streamers in the world. I just saw him on a Samsung Galaxy 9 commercial. Ninja, what does he play? Freaking Fortnite all the time for however many hours a day. You think he wants to play other games? I guarantee you Ninja wants to play other games, but he can't. You know what I'm saying? Or at least what he's doing is that, hey, he's got to play Fortnite. You know, I'm looking at other content creators out there that when they play other types of games, I mean, you can be a variety streamer, but I honestly feel you better stick to something in terms of a theme or in terms of a system or in terms of like what you like. Stick to something. If you're an RPG dude, then you're going to want to try to get RPG dudes. If you're a Nintendo guy, then you're going to stick to Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? And don't do too many things outside of that. If you're a Sony guy, then be a Sony guy. If you're an Xbox guy, then be an Xbox guy. You know what I'm saying? Being a lot of different varieties, or at least trying to get all the different flavors in a channel as a one-man team, is not only going to get you burnt out because you're going to be spending money on a lot of different things, you know, but at the same time, you're not going to have a focus. So people who, I mean, you might get subscribers here and there, but people are gonna be like, oh, well, he's not playing a Nintendo game, I'm not watching. Oh, he's not playing a Sony game, I'm not watching. Oh, he's not playing Xbox game, I'm not watching. So make sure your channel has a clear focus going forward, you know, has a clear focus in terms of, I mean, you can even see, like, I'm not trying to speak for John, you know, in his channel and everything, but you know, Nintendo fans know that they're going to be able to get coverage of all the latest Nintendo games. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to get a lot of core Nintendo fans, but he's also going to get other people coming because he talks about it in his news and he's consistent, which we'll talk about consistency in just a bit, but he has a focus. He knows he's going to get Nintendo fans. He knows he's going to get tech fans, you know? He knows, like, everybody knows that when the next Nintendo news drops, John's going to be covering it, or people know that I'm going to be covering it, or Sean Long's going to be covering it, you know, or for example, like a Dreamcast guy, you know, he's going to be covering all the big game releases on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. You know he's going to be covering anything with Dreamcast. It's in his name, Dreamcast guy. So the branding is there. Retro Gaming too, you know, Spawn Wave. I mean, the brandings are there for people to clearly know and understand. But look, you guys are talking about who's Ninja. Some people say who's Ninja. It doesn't matter, guys. We am gamer. First of all, guys, stop telling me random facts. It's not about if he used to be a Halo. That's not the point. The point that Ninja gained fame and what he's doing right now based on Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? Not based on anything else. It's Fortnite. That's his clear thing. His clear thing is Fortnite. So who cares if he's a pro gamer or whatever it is? I'm talking about branding and channel focus, okay, guys? So just try to pay attention just for a bit. Try to pay attention. His clear focus is Fortnite. It's not Halo or what he used to do beforehand or a bunch of other games. That's beside the point. The point is this: is that he has a clear focus for his channel. People know what people know what to go to for his channel. You know what? I used to play competitive. I don't know. I used to play competitive Halo too. I used to go to tournaments and play competitive Halo. Does anybody care that I play competitive Halo anymore? Absolutely not. Nobody comes here for that. I used to play competitive Halo because yes, I did play competitive Halo at times. I wasn't as good as, you know, Ninja or anybody else like that, but I did that. I used to play competitive Madden as well. Did anybody know that? I think I told you guys that, but nobody comes here for Madden on my channel when I used to play competitive Madden. I went to the Madden Challenge. I played in local tournaments. I won those. You know what I'm saying? So nobody gives a crap that I was a competitive player in Madden, okay? And nobody's gonna come here if I start uploading Madden gameplay. You guys are gonna be like, why the hell is he uploading Madden gameplay? You know what I'm saying? So just try to pay attention to what I'm trying to say here, guys, okay? This is not like, oh, well, he did, you know, that's not that, okay? It's a workshop so you guys can understand and focus your channel, okay? So that's the biggest thing, okay, guys? Keep the focus on what you think, what you like enough in order to drive that point home, okay? There's got to be a focus. You guys all come here because you know I'm going to be covering Japanese RPGs. You know I'm going to be covering Nintendo like crazy. You know I'm going to be covering Switch stuff like crazy. And some of you guys come for some of the other things as well. You know, I sprinkle in some of the other, you know, PlayStation and Xbox news when I can. But you guys come here for that. You know what I'm saying? So, you say that's what this is like. This, like I said, this is not an argument about Ninja. Is people go to him for Fortnite, okay? This is not an argument about Ninja or anything. This, guys, I'm telling you what focusing your channel. All right, so look, I'm just gonna start ignoring people that want to sit there and argue about it. But guys, listen to me. Trust me when I tell you guys this. This is stuff that I've actually went to other people that are way bigger than me in order to learn. Okay. There needs to be a clear focus for your channel, all right? Doesn't need to focus on one thing. I'm not saying you need to focus completely on one thing like Ninja or anything like that. What I'm telling you is that you guys need to make sure that you have a clear focus for your channel, okay? So that's the thing with Ninja, is that most people go to him for Fortnite because he has a focus for his channel. Most of the time he's playing that game. Yes, he used to play other things. That's great, guys. That's absolutely fantastic that he played other things. But most people at this point right now go to his channel for Fortnite, and that's the biggest thing. What is your focus of your channel going to be? Now, if you guys think that, hey, I'm going to be able to do a variety of different things and it's going to get me as much success as it, go ahead and think that. That's fine. That's fine. You guys can try that. But like I said before, multiple times, having a focus for your channel on what you want to do or what you talk about or do the most is very, very important. Yes, I talk about Xbox and PlayStation and all that here, but let's just be honest here. A lot of you guys come here for Nintendo news. Am I not correct? A lot of you guys come here for Nintendo Switch stuff. A lot of you guys come here for Japanese RPG stuff. I've streamed all the PlayStation 4 games. I've streamed a lot of different stuff, but nobody watches those things as much because people don't come to my channel for that. So having a focus on your channel is very important, especially in 2018, how YouTube works and everything like that. Okay, guys? So making sure that you have that focus is very, very important. Very important. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing here, guys. And that's a little bit of consistency. YouTube's algorithm and what people say about it in terms of like how it works and all that. People say that you know, like consistency definitely helps, and which I would say, yeah, the more you upload to your channel, that's definitely good. But you have to be, just for your viewers, right, more so than anything outside of algorithm, you have to make sure that you're consistent uploads. There needs to be a schedule, or you need to be consistently uploading. It can't be, oh, well, I'm going to upload 2 videos every week, you know, or I'm going to upload a video here, take 2 weeks off. Oh, I've been busy. Oh, I want to play this game. I want to do this. Oh, okay. And then upload another video here. That's not going to get you anywhere. It's really not. You're not going to get any views. You're not going to get anything like that. It's just not going to work, guys. Hold on to questions at the end. We'll talk about that at the end, guys. And like I said, this is not going to be a long workshop. So making sure that you stay consistent. I would say uploading, letting your viewers know, hey, I'm going to upload, you know, every other day. 5 times a week, 6 times a week. You know, having a consistent schedule is very important, guys, and I can't stress how you have to really kind of nail that home. I mean, if you're tired, or if if you have work for a long day and you're like, oh, well, I'm not going to upload a video because I'm tired. Well, that's a problem. You know, when you're starting up a channel, you need to be consistent. You know, it's not your job, YouTube, yet, right? Or it's not, maybe it won't be a job for many of you guys, but you got to treat it with the utmost importance. You can't sit here and say, oh, well, since I'm not making, a lot of people aren't motivated because they're not making anything off of the site. You're not making any money. You're not getting good views, but that doesn't mean it excuses you from actually making consistent content. And not only making consistent content, but making sure that content is at least up to a minimum quality level. You know what I'm saying? HD, 60 frames per second if you can. That's really just the minimum that you would need. 720p, 60 frames per second. You don't always need face cam. Really just talking about whatever you're going to do, or if it's a gameplay video, or talk about what you need to do, and being consistent and making sure it's good quality is one of the biggest things with getting a channel started. Being inconsistent will just not only will it wreck you in the algorithm, but it'll also not motivate you. So guys, the biggest thing here is, and I'll take questions because I want to hear what you guys have to say with consistency. I'll take questions because a lot of you guys aren't consistent with some of your content. You guys are spotty. So I want to know what's stopping some of you guys from doing that. So consistency for me has been my biggest thing. And like I said, I'm not the biggest YouTuber out there. This is really just to get you to your first 1,000. I remember back when I first started, guys, okay? And I was uploading videos. I tried to do this full time. I was uploading videos consistently. And even after I got like a full-time job and I still did this, I still consistently did videos every single day from 2014 all the way through to 2017. I had a full-time job working, you know, whether it was 50, 60, 70 hours a week. Yeah, every single day, you guys still got a video every day, maybe with the exception of some Sundays. Maybe I didn't upload videos on some Sundays, but from 2014 to 2017, even though I had a full-time outside job, you know what I'm saying? I still uploaded at least one video a day, Monday through Friday, you know? So you have to be consistent, and that's with having a family. That's with having, you know, a daughter, and having at the time a fiance, you know? So you have to make sure that you're consistent, even if you're working, even if you're tired, even if you know, whatever happens, you got to stay consistent. If you miss one day, do not miss another day. The 2 days in a row are the killers of the channel, or the 3 days or a week off are the killers of small channels, guys. Are the real big killers. So let me go to the comment section here. Let me take a couple comments on what you guys have to say so far. Let me take some questions because I know a lot of you guys have a lot of questions, and I've been talking for like 20 minutes straight. So let's take some questions on what you guys what you guys have here. How do tags work? Tags work with the algorithm of YouTube. That's how tags work. I suggest everybody to go download a program. It's called TubeBuddy, a Chrome extension. It's called TubeBuddy. Go download TubeBuddy and make sure that you're doing your tags and all of that right. That is a good program to help you. It gives you like a space, like it gives you like a counter of how big your title can be, 100 characters. I didn't know that beforehand, but anyway, it gives you a lot of tools to help you with tags and things like that. Die due to, yeah, he said, don't learn from me. My channel died due to inconsistency. I recommend a VidQ for tags. Okay. Let's see here. Chips and Sticks says, Parsons, let's say you hit writer's block with creating content. What do you do and how do you get through that? Yeah. The thing about it is, guys, is that writer's block really, and that's why your channel should be focused on what you love, right? If you're doing stuff that what you don't like, then it's hard to bring out passion for a video. So if you've hit writer's block, make sure that you're focusing on the right things, or make sure you have a couple different right? You have a focus for your channel, like if it's Nintendo or whatever the case is, but make sure you have a little bit of a backup plan to make sure that you can draw inspiration and passion from something else. For example, the video, here's a great example, Chips and Stick. The video that I did this morning was completely passion based. I didn't have enough for a 10-minute video to talk about it, but for the most part, it was passion based. Was there a lot of information? If you hadn't seen my video, I talked about why Square Enix needs Switch for Japanese RPGs. That video was 50% passion based because it was just about that. All I really did bring up in terms of actual, I mean, there was facts in there, but for the most part, it was because I like the Switch as a JRPG machine. I saw one other thing. All it did to spur that video, when I didn't really have much to talk about, was seeing that Dragon Quest XI was already discounted to $49.99. So you can draw inspiration from any type of little thing that happens. All it takes is just a little spark and what you like, your passion. My passion is Japanese RPGs. I didn't have much to see. I saw, hey, I compared Octopath, compared that to that, and you know, you guys are watching it. I think it's like at 2,000 views or almost near that, 1,500 views or something like that. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you got to make sure that you draw from your passion. Otherwise, you're gonna hit those writer's blocks. Now, if you're like, for example, like my passion isn't reviewing games like Dreamcast guy's passion is. I'm gonna hit writer's block on doing reviews. You know why? Because reviewing games isn't my passion. I don't like to sit there and review 5-10 million games. I play RPGs. They take too long to review, you know? So that's not my passion, just playing a bunch of games and reviewing them. I've tried that and it sucked. This channel that you guys are watching right here, it was a review channel. But the review channel didn't last very long, you know? Because I don't have passion for reviewing games like that. So I had to transform it. You got to make sure that you're doing your passion. And my passion is just talking about games. Like I said, I used to talk about games for hours for nothing all the time when I was growing up, you know? So it doesn't surprise my family that I'm doing this at this point. It doesn't surprise my brother and everybody that I'm doing this, because I used to sit there and blah, 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 blah about video games for hours for nothing, you know? To my friends, to my brother. Me and my brother would talk for 5-6 hours about video games, you know? Growing up. And this would be a normal thing, you know, when he was in college, when I was here back in high school, growing up as kids, we talk about games forever, you know? So that's why I'm passionate about it, you know, and that's why I can work Monday through Sunday, you know, always doing a video, and it feels like I don't work. It feels like I don't work. Saturday and Sunday, I feel like I have the days off, even though I do content for you guys on Saturdays and Sundays, because I can talk about games forever. 10 minutes is nothing, or 15 minutes is nothing, you know? So make sure you have that passion in what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to hit writer's block and you're not going to have anything. You got to have a focus, a little bit of, like I said, that gives you some room to maneuver within that focus, you know? Let's see what else you guys got. Gears, editing programs. What do you mean by, I don't know what you mean by that. Like, what programs do you use? I mean, can you be more specific? Blackout said, what videos do better? Live video cam videos, voiceovers, images, and clips. Images and clips don't do anything. So let's just move away from that, okay? You can use images and clips over your face cam and like gameplay videos or something like that. But I would say if you're gonna do a channel, you know, face cam is okay, but face cam doesn't guarantee you more so than doing like gameplay videos. Really what it's about, it's your editing, how sharp that is, and it's your content, your actual, what do you say? Do you make sense? Do you resonate with your fans? So I've done face cam and had success. I've done gameplay videos and had success. It really just depends on what you want to do. To be honest, you can do either one. You guys see my face a lot because I do live streams every day. So it's no longer necessary for me to actually have my face in every single video that I do. I've actually went back a little bit to doing just gameplay. And those videos are starting to just, you guys don't care because you guys just want to hear what I have to say because you guys see my face all the time. Face cam is really just for people who, you know, maybe you don't see their face all the time, you know, and they want to show you their face for something. But no, face cam is not important for every single video that you do. Like I said, I've noticed that too because you guys see my face all the time. So face cam is not something I'm going to be doing for every single video anymore, you know? Let's see here. When making a video, is it better to do notes or write a script? It really depends on what you're doing. It really depends on what you're doing. I personally don't use scripts for my videos. But if you're doing reviews and stuff like that, it might be good to use scripts. But scripts can take a lot longer time and effort and all that. So if you're going to do scripts, make sure that you're willing to put your butt and put, you know, actually put the time and effort into doing scripts, you know. So yeah. What starter camera do you recommend? Yeah, I recommend for a starter camera just starting out, if you guys just want to do a webcam, a 1080p webcam, that's what I'm using right here. It's a Logitech C920. C920, it's about 50 bucks on Amazon. That's a great, but obviously you need to have your PC. It's going to be hooked up and something to set it on. So I recommend that, guys. Don't go expensive. Don't get I have a Lumix G7. Don't get a Lumix G7. Get a webcam if you want to sit in front and just do that, you know, starting off. So yeah, don't do anything expensive. Get some success first. Make a little bit of ad revenue if you can get that, and then maybe you can spend a little bit more money on something more expensive. All right. Solo Watson says, I try to make daily content, but some days news is slow. What can I do to make sure that I get a video out even if there isn't any interesting topics? Well, whether your topic is interesting or not is based on your attitude. If I said a topic, like for example, if we had a topic like, I don't know, like there was no, like, let's just say Paladins got gyro controls, right? And there was news about, I think what I talked about Super Mario Party, right? So you've got to, if there's not any news that's interesting, you've got to interject a topic, right? There wasn't a lot of interesting news for me to do, but you guys still got somewhat of a PE news video today, right? Interject something, make something, talk about something that was interesting to you, and make sure that you have a presentation voice. Don't let people know you're not interested in whatever topic or that there wasn't much. Still talk about it, like that video that I did this morning. It wasn't much news. There was a slow news day, right? But I still got something out because I was passionate about, you know, I wanted to talk about Super Mario Party. I wanted to talk about Dragon Quest and, you know, RPGs. And then I interceded that little part about gyro controls, you know, in between what I was talking about. So you interject with a discussion. There's always something to talk about. There's always something to talk about. And you need to have that attitude or you're going to, like I said, you're not going to make content and you're going to be, you know, you're going to be screwed by the algorithm or something's going to happen like that, you know? So it's really what it is. Let's see here. Hallian Boy says, yo, bro, thanks for this. How do copyrights work when publishing theories, etc.? Can I use any published video as a source in my video and credit it? I don't want to pull a Philip. Here's how copyright works, guys. It's up to the copyright holder. Most gameplay, video game footage isn't copyrighted. Most. So like if you want to, let's just say like pull BioShock Infinite, you know, that's not going to be copyrighted. Now, some of Nintendo stuff is copyrighted, but I'll give you guys a tip when it comes to if you guys are trying to create Nintendo content. Most of Nintendo's Treehouse stuff is no copyright. So a lot of people complain because they can't use a trailer or they can't use anything. Don't pull Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country trailer. Don't use that in your video. Go get Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country. Go get Nintendo's Treehouse video or their Red Cube video and use that instead. Nintendo doesn't copyright their gameplay videos from Treehouse or from like the E3 stuff. So when you're doing copyrights and stuff like that, just be mindful of that. Most of the footage, like let's say you want like Microsoft or Sony video game footage, all that stuff is not copyrighted. You can get in it, you can pull anything that you want. When it comes to other like music, just be mindful. Don't use any licensed music, stuff like that. Like don't use like Eminem or anything like that, you know. Use standard, like you can use old school video game music. You can use stuff like Chrono Trigger. You can use Fire Emblem. You can use most Pokemon music. All Pokemon music. None of that's copyrighted. You can use remixes. You can use covers. So just be mindful of that stuff when you're talking about copyright. And you should never really have any problems. I only have problems like when I play, like if I play like an anime theme song or something like that, that might have problems, but I don't really get many copyrights. Oh, and Bandai Namco stuff. Just be mindful of that. But that's kind of how that's kind of how copyrights and stuff like that work. But really, you're at the mercy of the copyright holder at any point that it can come up. But that's generally the rule of thumb that I have is gameplay is usually good, and don't use licensed music. Let's see here. What else you guys got for me? You got to tag me at Player Essence. Otherwise I can't, there's too many comments that are coming through here, guys. Let's see here. Prince Girl says, "Place, you need to be able to speak clearly. Too many new content creators sound dull or nervous in the vids." Exactly. Speaking clearly is very, very important. I want to just make sure, and that's something that, I mean, obviously I was going to talk about as well, but speaking clearly, that's tough. It's not easy to speak clearly. Go back and look at my first videos. My first videos are trash. I speak like an idiot. And the reason why that is because, not because I'm nervous, because there's no experience. So you just need to gain experience. You need to gain experience, and once you gain experience, you'll be fine talking in front of a camera right now, you know? So the SEO side of it. Guys, the SEO side of it, that's TubeBuddy, and that's stuff like that. Just if you get TubeBuddy, they will help you with SEO. You can look at the popular videos and any topic that you're trying to see, and you can see that they're tags, you can see what it was, okay? So SEO is something that you can kind of look at on your own. Type in whatever, like type in Nintendo, see what pops in. Type in Nintendo Gaming News, see what pops in. See what tags people are using. Once you download TubeBuddy, see what tags people are using, and that can help you with SEO. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm an SEO master, because I'm not. You know, that's why I said this is, like, I didn't know a damn thing about SEO when I first started. This is not a workshop to get to, like, you know, a gazillion views on YouTube using SEO. It's really just to get started, you know, the little things to get started. And that's why I talked about channel focus and consistency. Those are the two killers of I mean, even presentation, how you talk, that's one thing. But guys, Go back and watch my videos from before. I talked horrible, okay? I talked horrible, yet I still got to 1,000. I still got to 1,000 subs on multiple channels. On my original channel, and then I have my Furious Francis channel, and then I have this channel. So 3 channels, and all 3 channels got to 1,000 subs. And I talk like an idiot, you know, half the time. So that's what I'm trying to say is like, you can, your presentation, that's important, but consistency and focus are definitely more important starting out. You can get to your first 1,000 if you're not the greatest speaker in the world. Now, getting success past that, obviously you need to be able to speak at a level like a John, or at a, you know, like Dreamcast guy, and write scripts better, or even like myself, to where you can be able to be at least entertaining for enough people to watch in live streams for a couple hundred people or 200 people, whatever the case is. But starting out, you don't got to be the best talker in the world to get to 1,000 subscribers, you know, or to get to 500 subscribers, you know. Not to knock other people's channels, but let's look at Abaddon, for example. You know, could definitely use, I mean, like I said, your channel's great. Could use a little bit in terms of speaking, just kind of getting the presentation a little bit better on some of the stuff, but he still got to 1,000 subscribers. And I think Abaddon will be the first person to tell you that, oh yeah, I got to improve here, I got to improve here, I got to improve here. But Abaddon still got to his first 1,000 subscribers, you know? Being active in the community, you know, making sure that you're saying, hey, you know, showing up to other people's live streams, letting them know, like, hey, man, I do content too, like talking to them on Twitter, you know, interacting. Those are the things that take notice, because I didn't know about Abaddon's channel, and he was really active on mine and started talking about, hey, you know, I do a channel too and all this stuff. Obviously not begging for promotion on people's live streams and stuff like that, but just, you know, coming out and supporting other people, you know, trying to collab. Hitting them up on Twitter, that's usually a good way too, as well. Letting them know, being interactive with some of your, you know, the people that have similar type of channels to you, you know. So yeah. What else you guys got for me? Any other questions? How do you record videos with the webcam? Yeah, I do a webcam. Some of my videos, like for example, my Torn of the Golden Country video, I actually used one of these, which is a Lumix G7. So that video was a little bit higher quality. But generally speaking, my videos that I'm doing going forward, because I've noticed that my face can't, it doesn't matter. You guys see my face a lot, so I don't really need to show my face anymore on all my videos, because I live stream every single day and you guys see my face. I use gameplay videos just so, I mean, you can use any type of, you know, like Tube Catcher or any type of program to capture, to get gameplay, you know, like gameplay, no commentary or whatever the case is, and you can do videos that way. What's really important is, you know, what you say. I also use a C920 Logitech webcam in order to do videos. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper now. Let's see here. Black Ops' places. I may be jumping ahead. No, it's okay. We're opening this up for Q&A, so it's cool. I may be jumping ahead, but do you have a business for your branding / channel, meaning like corporate LLC that you're doing everything in your name? Yeah, LLC. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. Let's see here. How do you get good at editing and how to learn? Editing is a trial and error process, guys. I was horrible at editing. I'm still not very good, but I'm better than what I was before. But really, it's just a trial and error. You download whatever program that you want to purchase. I use Power Director. I find Power Director to be the easiest, and you literally start just putting videos in there, clicking your mouse, pressing and learning. That's how I learned. I had zero idea how to use Power Director. My first Power Director was Power Director 13. And I had no idea. People just said, you need to edit software. I'm like, okay. I said, what do I use? There was a guy that I used to talk to back in the day, Nintendo. And, or no, it wasn't Nintendo. I forgot who told me I Googled it, Power Director. I just said, I need a good editing software. What do I use? And Power Director was one of the first ones that came up. And I had no idea how to use it. Zero clue how to use it. Before that, I used to edit on my Mac. And I used to use like the GarageBand or whatever that was to edit on there. I had no idea how to use that. And editing on the Mac was terrible. I didn't even have a mouse back then. It was horrible. Power Director is much better. But anyway, you just play around with it. You just left click. It says cut, copy. Then you start learning little tricks. I do suggest the guy that's named Power Director University. If you're looking to use Power Director, check out Power Director University YouTube channel. He is a tutorial type of channel for Power Director. I suggest that for everybody. If you're wondering what editing software to use, any version of Power Director, like 14 or 15, you can get them for good prices. If you don't need the highest quality of Power Director, you don't need the latest model. You can drop 40 or 30 bucks on a Power Director 14 or something like that. You can get Power Director You just start playing around with it. It's literally trial and error. I had no idea how to use Power Director. I didn't watch one single video at the beginning. You just get the software, you record a video, you import the file, and then you just go from there. I didn't even know how to import a file. I just started clicking stuff until stuff started working, and I've done that for the past 6 years, 7 years. Like I said, you guys can go back and watch, not on this channel, but go back and watch my Player Essence Gaming channel. Look at my first videos and look at the quality of those videos, and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. You know, I have no idea how to edit. I just tried. I just did something. You'll get better with time, though. Let's see here. Yeah, speaking clearly is something I'm working on. Exactly. See, but you still got to your first 1,000. You know what I'm saying? You still got to your first 1,000 subscribers. So that's not necessarily, you'll get better and better. And your video quality, from what I saw, Avedon, from the beginning to how it is now, is much better. You're much better at editing. Your thumbnails are much better, and that's helping your channel out. So you're learning as you go, and that's good. You know, and that's exactly what you need to do. Let's see here. Jordan, for instance, how do I become a popular beauty YouTuber? What makeup is the best to start out with? Jordan, friends, here's the thing, Jordan, friends, you can't be a beauty YouTuber, my boy. There's a problem. You cannot be a beauty YouTuber, my guy. That face of yours, you can't do it, man. You can't do it. You kind of need to be a little bit more like a girl, you know, like to do that. Chipson6 says, okay, I have another questions about doing Let's Plays. I stream twice a week and thought about chopping up some of the footage to make videos. Would you recommend doing that for people? Guys, Let's Plays is a dying brand. It's a dying format, and this is gonna be tough because I know a lot of you guys do Let's Plays. Let's Plays are a dying type of thing. Let's Plays can get you a lot of views randomly if the algorithm is there. But the problem with Let's Plays is that you've got to be consistent with all of the latest games. If you're just playing what you want and the game is a year old, that's probably not going to get you anywhere. In order for Let's Plays, you got to get the footage out at the beginning. You got to make sure that you're on top of it. You got to continuously upload videos, and then it's just died off. The whole Let's Play era, people only watch who they like now. Like if you're gonna watch like Dashy, or if you're gonna watch PewDiePie, or if you're going to watch certain like Zach Scott Gaming, you know, there's certain people that have like the Let's Play market on chokehold. You know, I've experienced some success with doing some Let's Plays, but that's really first day the game comes out, first gameplay footage, and really just kind of doing that. So I mean, you can do it, but you're going to be constantly buying games, because after like a 4 or 5 Let's Plays, people aren't going to be interested anymore. They saw the footage that they want to see, and then that's that. So I don't recommend doing a Let's Play channel in 2018. I recommend introducing Let's Plays after you've established your brand. A perfect example of this, guys, and this channel at one point was a Let's Play channel, by the way, guys. So just telling you guys from experience, this channel was a Let's Play channel. I used to Let's Play Resident Evil, Let's Play. I have a complete, on this channel, a complete Let's Play of BioShock Infinite, okay? A complete Let's Play of BioShock Infinite. I'm betting a lot of you guys did not know that, you know? And look at the views for that complete Let's Play of BioShock Infinite, okay? Just look at the views for that. You guys will see what I'm talking about. But a good example of this is John from Spawnwave. He did not do gameplay videos at the beginning, but once he got his audience, his focus, okay, well, let me do like the first gameplay video, you know, how does this game play? You know, how does this game play on here? And now he's incorporated that into the mix, you know? So I suggest incorporating the gameplay and incorporating that stuff into the mix more so than it being like, you know, oh, my channel's a Let's Play channel. I don't recommend that, guys. I recommend incorporating it later into it. The kids market on here on YouTube has the Nintendo Let's Play market on a chokehold. People are just gonna rush to these kids that play these games more so than anybody here. So I don't recommend it, guys. I recommend doing like, how does this game work? Like, does this game suck? Like Resident Evil Revelations 2, does it suck like Dreamcast guy does? Or how does Resident Evil Revelations 2 play on the Switch? And that's like your one Let's Play. Now, if it does good views, okay, upload another one. See how that one does. That one do good views? Okay, try another one. You know, I recommend doing that. Don't do a whatever gameplay part 1. I mean, I just do that for throwaway, right? Like my Horizon Zero Dawn, that's not the focus for my channel, but I put Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition #1. I'm not trying to trick anybody with the gameplay here or anything like that. I'm just putting it out there, you know. So that's really what it comes down to. Let's see here. Reggie, teach me how to do proper clickbait. Thumbnails are usually good with clickbait and over exaggeration. I know you guys are you're probably joking with that, but over exaggeration and thumbnails are probably the best way to do if you're looking to do clickbait, which clickbait is something that people do. And it's okay. I mean, if you want to clickbait, it's fine. Clickbait. It's your prerogative if you want to, and there's nothing wrong with it. Clickbaiting is fine. If you get tricked by a clickbait, if you can't automatically see a clickbait that's a clickbait, then that's your problem. That's not necessarily the YouTuber's problem as much. That's your problem. If you getting tricked by clickbait in 2018, that's your problem. You know, if you're getting tricked by thumbnails in 2018, that's your problem. That's not the YouTuber's problem. That's your problem for getting tricked. So I no longer have a problem with clickbait because I can sniff out clickbait in a second. You know, I'm a content creator, so I can sniff it out quick. You guys are viewers, but you should be able to sniff it out quick too. So I don't even have a problem with clickbait anymore because I can immediately see when something's BS or when it's clickbait. But yeah, thumbnails, titles. Thumbnails, titles. Those are clickbait. That's your way to clickbait. Exaggerate in the thumbnail. Stretch the truth stretch the truth in the title. Exaggerate in the thumbnail. Heck, my video that I did today, a little bit of clickbait, right? I mean, it's a little bit of exaggeration. It's a little bit clickbaity. Dragon Quest XI sales show Square Enix needs Switch for JRPGs. I don't have the numbers for Dragon Quest XI's Western sales. I didn't even put Western in the title. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little clickbaity, right? But I got my point across when I talked about it. I explained in the video, I got my point across, what I wanted to say. Let's see here. The simple fact that they're trying to trick you. Well, I mean, it's like I said, it's YouTube. It's not, if YouTube ran properly and wasn't a freaking search engine, then I'd be more inclined to be angry and mad about it. But YouTube needs to change their algorithm and change how things work and reward people who don't clickbait and who are consistent, and maybe this wouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Reward people who don't clickbait instead of rewarding people who clickbait. That's the problem, is that YouTube rewards and rewards and rewards and continues to reward people who clickbait with their titles and exaggerate and go overboard. Once YouTube stops rewarding these people, then clickbait will vanish. It will fade. I don't feel so good into thin air. That's the thing, you know? Let's see here. What else you guys got for me? I used Vegas. It was on sale in the Humble Bundle. Okay, yeah, Vegas is good too. Spinjutsu Kid says, player says, how important should one learn about YouTube guidelines before starting a channel? You should know all the YouTube guidelines. Obviously, making sure that you know all the YouTube guidelines, what you can and can't do, is very important. Casual versus places. You made me click this video hard. What did I miss? I need all the notes. I'm sorry, I can't go over everything that I've talked about. This video will be up. It will be live on the channel later, though. So you will be able to see it live on the channel later. I can't go over everything, though. I've talked about a lot today. Let's see. Do you advertise your videos anywhere other than YouTube? Yeah, Twitter and Facebook. So yeah, I suggest getting a Twitter account, and I suggest getting a Facebook account. A moderately popular Spyro furry superfan YouTuber. I don't know. Why don't you ask Jordan Fringe about that, Ataki? I know I'm behind on some of these comments, guys. Chugga Conroy is the king of Let's Plays. Changed my mind. Guys, people who got really popular on Let's Plays are people who started YouTube a long time ago. YouTubers that get popular on Let's Plays now, maybe it's possible, but a lot of the guys like Chugga Conroy, Zach Scott Games, PewDiePie, whatever the case is, all those guys started a long time ago, back when Let's Plays were the thing on YouTube. I don't suggest doing it today. Unless you can afford and get all the games, play them day one, SEO the hell out of them, and do it that way. That's the only way that I recommend doing a Let's Play channel. If you can buy all the games day one, if you're going to play games that you don't like, you're going to SEO the hell out of it, and you're going to get it out day one on time, no problem, you know, then that's the only way that I suggest being a Let's Player. That's the only way. And then moving on to the next game right away. Moving on to the next game that comes out, getting out the footage, like worrying about that. If you want to do that, go ahead and do that. But I find that type of life too stressful. Trust me, I tried. Shout outs to Evil Locario with the subscription as well. Thank you, man. Welcome to the village. Nerdy Cabana says, hey, brother, hold up. I started the channel 2 weeks ago, and I think that that my ratios are fine considering my subscriber count. I just wish I knew where to share my videos more. Any suggestions? YouTube is big. It's a search engine site. It's huge, so YouTube's always the best, place. But Twitter and Facebook, those are the best place to share your videos. Twitter and Facebook. And you can say like, hey, a good way to help out is maybe even offering a little bit of incentive, guys. Like, hey, retweet my video, I'll give away a $5 eShop card. If you're just getting started, like you can even do a little bit of incentives for people to, giveaways. That's a good way to get people to kind of see who you are starting out. Start out low, $5 eShop cards for retweets, and anybody who retweets it has a chance to win. That's a good way to get your videos out there and get the retweets going, so people can kind of check out who you are. I already know you, obviously, but that's a good way to help out. That's a good way to help out. For example, I had the other day, I said, hey, I'll give away a $5 eShop card if this gets I think I said like 150 retweets. It didn't reach it, but I got a lot more retweets. So. And I knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I would have given the $5 eShop card if we hit our goal, but we didn't. But I still got a lot more retweets than what I did if I didn't offer that. So you can always do something like that too to help share your videos. Let's see here. Ash Destroys Him says, which YouTube network are you partnered with? I'm partnered with Freedom. Filmora Wondershare is another budget software. I mean, I'm not gonna endorse any software that I haven't used, though, guys. That's the one thing, guys. I mean, I don't know if it's good or not, Avedon. I suggest Power Director. If you guys want my personal preference and what I suggest you guys to use, Power Director. It's pretty much the #1 editing software out there. So Power Director. Use Power Director. I don't know about the other ones though, so I'm not gonna suggest that all the other ones that some people are mentioning, just because I don't know about it. Let's see here. Places. My only question is the benefit, if any, for you using Gleam in a contest? Is there a certain time frame or amount of entries for a reward to a creator? Well, Gleam lets you customize anything that you want, D-Dub. Gleam's good because Gleam, you can make it to where people have to subscribe to your channel in order to enter into the contest, and it organizes everything, keeps all the entries ready, and has a randomizer for you so you can pick a winner. So Gleam is just good it's a lot of quality of life. Things like you can do all the stuff Gleam does on your own. You can manually tag people down and everything and write down names. Well, why the hell are you going to do all that? Gleam is good for organization. It's good for quality of life. Gleam's the best way for prizes and giveaways. It's the best way to grow your channel, to grow what you need to do, because Gleam will organize everything for you to where you don't got to do it, Let's see here. Plus a meme channel like Etika. No, Etika's a hype. First of all, Etika's a hype channel. Yeah, he does memes and stuff like that too, but he's also a hype channel. But Etika's channel has transformed multiple times as well, and it's a little bit different. Etika's channel is more of an anomaly, more so than the standard. You can't say, oh, well, I'm gonna be like Etika and expect 700,000, 800,000, going on 1 million, subscribers. I don't recommend that. I don't recommend doing that. Let's see here. Any experience with IG marketing? No experience. No experience with IG marketing. How well do you do on Facebook? I do horrible on Facebook. That's because I'm not really active on Facebook. I'm not really active on Facebook much, so I just have it there because. But I suggest Twitter. Twitter is a lot better than Facebook when it comes to marketing videos. I'm doing good. How you doing today, man? Oh, Avedon, you don't have to apologize, my boy. You do not have to apologize at all. Like I said, how do donations work? It sounds like a tax headache. I will not be talking about that. Let's see here. Bud Senior says, do you think understanding your viewers' time zone will help and adjusting or no? For example, average times people get up and get off of work. Yeah, viewer time zone is very important. I have a growing number of international users, so a lot of them were like, man, OJ, like, I love your streams and everything, but I'm asleep. I can't make it out. So what did I do? I'm like, okay, weekends, it's got to be mornings. You've got to make time for your viewers. Now, you have analytics in your dashboard, so once you guys do start up a channel, you can see where your viewers are. Now, mainly YouTube kind of puts all your viewers in where you're located. So if you're in the United States, that's where your viewers are going to be. But eventually, once some other countries start watching your videos, that's going to do some type of stupid algorithm thing and get more people in whatever area to watch your videos. That's why I have somewhat of a base in the UK because of Mark, you know, and him sharing and him watching my videos. I would say he's probably like one of the lead premiers on why I got more UK. And then Fairy Tiger over there, the Viking Nation over there in Sweden. Now all of a sudden, more people from Sweden are starting to watch my videos, you know. So it's really, you just need that one spark or two, somebody to really get into it and suggest and retweet and all that. And then YouTube kind of takes care of that a bit. But I have to make sure that I take care of them too. So one of the things was, okay, Saturday and Sundays, morning videos, you know, morning live stream, so they can make it out, you know, making sure that you make them feel welcome when they do come here. Because if you get an international user, don't ignore them, make them feel welcome, since they're like all on the other side of the country watching your video. You got to make them feel, you make everybody feel appreciated, but definitely making sure that your UK viewers and your, you know, Australian or people from other parts of the world, making sure that you make content for them too. Once you get a base, once I found out that there's enough people, that's when I was, okay, I have to dedicate, you know, I have to dedicate more time and attention. As much as I do for the Western audience, I got to dedicate at least some time, deviate some time to them, you know. So start out with where you are first. Don't start out trying to, you know, do for time zones in, like, you know, Europe or something like that. But once you get that base and you get people there, that's when you can kind of adjust, you know. So yeah. Let's see, Prince Goro, it's not really about subscribers. So here's the thing, guys. It's about views. It's about views, not necessarily subscribers before you start making any money. It's about views. You can have YouTube's metrics, all right, is that you need like however many thousand hours. I think, Avedon, can you tell me how many hours of watch time and 4,000 hours of watch time a month? And 1,000 subscribers. So that's the minimum before you can even get partnered with YouTube to even make anything. Now that's aside from, that's not the same thing as donations, right? Donations are different, Patreon's different. You can do that anytime that you want. You can set up Streamlabs and do that anytime that you want. But if you're talking about making money from, making money from ad revenue from YouTube, you need at least 1,000 subscribers before, and then they take a while to review your channel. YouTube can take up to 6 months, maybe even more. People have been waiting forever for YouTube to monetize their channel. So to answer your question, 1,000 subscribers is the minimum. You have a question about YouTube networks. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Okay. The advantages of the YouTube network is that they can help you when other people steal your content. They can help you with like channel like ideas and all of that. They can help you with like monetization, obviously. And they're a broker. Like YouTube will aggressively attack your channel for not being like they will attack your channel for not being copyrighted, right? Like that's what they did to my channel. I don't know if it's different now, but anytime that I tried to upload anything when I wasn't partnered, they'd say, you don't own the copyright. You don't own the copyright. You don't own the copyright. So for me, getting a YouTube network or a multimedia network or whatever it's called, MCN or whatever they call it, getting one of those was essential. Because they bypass all of that. YouTube wants their cut. They always want their cut. So that was what it was beneficial for me, is being able to upload my content without having to worry about YouTube saying, you don't own that, you don't own that, you don't own that. So that's the advantage. And that's pretty much the only advantage that I've seen so far. The disadvantages is that they take a cut. If you're starting out, you're going to get a low cut. You're going to get lowballed. My first time, dude, I was making 60% of the revenue from this channel when I first started. I got lowballed. I got super lowballed. And then I got it up to 70%. And then I was like, okay, well, screw them. But sometimes they do a lot of like year-long contracts, you know, so you have to be under it first. So if your channel kind of blows up and you're making a lot more, you know, you're giving away, you know, 30% or 40% of the revenue, you know, towards this this company. Now though, my deal is much better. I was able to, you guys know, I'm a dealer. I'm a wheeler and I'm a dealer. So I was able to get a much better deal in the 90s percentile range, over the 90s percentile range, you know, for my deal now, you know, because I'm not taking any of their BS, because while I don't have as many subscribers as other people, I can talk, I can negotiate, and that's what I did. I negotiated and I argued for a while to get my deal better, and I moved networks. I moved to Freedom. And I moved networks. So you gotta find the best deal. You gotta find the best deal for you. If somebody's offering you 60% or 70%, which nobody really offers 60 anymore, but if somebody's offering you 70%, try to see if you can get 75 somewhere else. You know, establish yourself. Make sure that you know how to speak, and make sure you fight for the best deal that you can get. Usually month-to-month deals are good. A lot of people do year-long contracts. Month-to-month deals are better because every month you can decide if you want to go somewhere else. All right. So what else we got here for what else? Let's see. Explain to the viewers how you make income from the channel, but not from the ad revenue. Well, income is, like I said, donations. If you're live streaming, if you're putting on live content, Streamlabs is a good thing. So get Streamlabs OBS. That's what I use to kind of power everything here and kind of make all the stuff that you can see at the top here. So if you're looking for that, there's also ways like Patreon. Don't just say, oh, I'm doing my Patreon, support me just because. Now, there are YouTubers that do that, which is fine. You can do that. But I think that YouTubers that actually make it as something to where you get something, to where there's actual like real stuff, like we have PE Ultimate here, right? And things are going to be popping once Smash Brothers comes out. You know, things were popping. I mean, obviously the Patreon right now for me is a little bit, you know, it's doing okay, but it's a little bit slow just because there isn't a lot of games right now with the Switch right now. Like when Splatoon was getting going and when we had more games, obviously it was a little bit more popping. But when Smash Brothers comes out, it's going to be really popping, you know? And I think that really more people are going to really jump onto it because there is actually something that's offered, you know? Whereas, like I said, a lot of people just like to do Patreon, well, can you just support me just to support me? Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that because people should be, I mean, ad revenue is horrible, you know? So there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that actually offering something with a Patreon is good, you know, actually offering to be able to have exclusive game sessions with your viewers, things like that, whether it's Q&As, multiple like Patreon's pick to where they can pick a game that you can play, you know, things like that. Get creative with your Patreon and theme it around your channel as well, you know. So like I said, I think once Smash Brothers comes out, obviously, you know, Patreon's going to kick up a little bit more, but everyone's been really nice on Patreon to me and being consistent. And you guys generally are happy with what's going on there. So what we do play, you know, games every once a week at least. We do Super Mario Party. You guys can get in on the action. Like I said, once the big game Smash Brothers comes out, which a lot of people are signed up really for Smash Brothers. That's the real reason a lot of people are signed up. Smash Brothers or Mario Kart, you know. So there you go. Let's see, merch. Merch is something you do once you've already established your brand a bit more. Honestly, I really would wait on merch until like you get around, I would say you get around 10,000 subscribers or more. Maybe you might want to think about merch. You got to have the viewers. Like I would say like live streams, you know, your live streams 100 viewers or more for merch. You know, like there needs to be somebody, like you need to be able to incentivize the merch, you know, like, you know, one of the things I like to do is I like to make people feel really appreciated. First of all, I do appreciate everything that you guys do for me. But the reason why I make a big deal about a Toby Blaster or even about a $1 donation, like a Streamlabs shimmy, is because I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get donations and they don't appreciate it. So when you do like look at stuff like merch, you know, that's why I say merch, boys. Like, even if it's like I said, the orders aren't even coming in as much. But even if I get one order, it's a big deal. Everything needs to be a big deal when it comes to that, guys. Because nobody has to give you anything. And that's the thing that I hate the most. And that's why I think some people don't get donations, man. Is because it's not a big deal to them. You know, so you don't have to go crazy. But make sure people know. Make sure there's a pop-up. Make sure people know when they're buying stuff, you know. And that's why I say, like, live streams are good for that, you know, or to make sure that they feel appreciated when you buy something. I'm not, you know, I'm not like, you know, what's it like, Old Navy, or I'm not JC Penney's or something like that, where people don't, I mean, it's like some huge conglomerate, you know, they don't even care when you buy something. If you buy something from me, I'm gonna make a big deal about it. We're gonna say merch, boys. I'm gonna say thank you. I'm gonna make sure. So merch is something that you do much later on. I don't think it's something that you do at the beginning. You wait for merch. In my opinion, you wait for merch. There's other things to worry about than merch, you know, because you don't make a lot of money off of merch. Merch is, you don't really make a lot of, like I said, like, you know, like, for example, like the shirts, you know, it's like $7 or something like that from the shirts. You know, it costs like $20-something to buy a shirt. You only make like 7 or 6. So it's not that. It's just about, like I said, it's about the thought process, you know, with that. So you guys have been asking for merch. And like I said, I waited so long for merch. You know, I waited forever for merch. So yeah, man. Shout outs to Robert with the first donation of the stream. You're the top stream ninja for this one. First donation of the stream. It says, "Go Miami Dolphins." Hashtag Viking Nation. Smiley face hashtag. Shout outs to Robert. We'll go ahead and put you up on the leaderboard here, my boy. Thank you for the donation. I do appreciate that. I really do. Robert. Let me go ahead and let me get your last name here. Let me make sure I spell it right. Foodie. I don't want to do another Foodie Tiger. Foodie Tiger. Let's go ahead and get you up on here, man. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that dollar, my boy. You donated quite a bit yesterday too, so thank you. So what else you guys got for me? I will be streaming for about another 10-15 minutes or so here. Yeah, the ad revenue payout was much better back in the day, yes. But it's also dependent on your network as well. You said your YouTube channel is gonna have to wait till next summer. I need to focus on moving away from my parents and starting up an art shop. Well, there you go, man. You don't really know how to increase subs and views. You got to look at what's important, man. Like what's the blue velocity? What's the focus of your channel? What do people actually want to see? You know, what do people actually want to see with this here? So that's what you got to focus on. Shout out to Nintendo Prime with the doll donation. Says, all I have this weekend, but keep being you and helping out. Oh man, it disappears so fast. Shout out to Nintendo Prime with the doll donation. I appreciate that, man. And he says, keep being you and helping out your community to do what we need to do. Smiley face. Absolutely. Shout out to Nintendo Prime. He has a fantastic channel. Yeah, definitely Nintendo Prime. I mean, I think you should host one of these too, man. I'd be more than happy to hear what you have to say on the matter. So I think you should host one too, because Nintendo Prime is one of those guys that's grinding pretty hard on his channel, man. I mean, it's tough to get subscribers and views and things like that. But I mean, Nintendo Prime, he's working hard, and he's got up to you're near 40K, right? So yeah, man. Absolutely. I'd love to hear what you have to say on this. But thank you for the doll donation, homie. You don't have to donate anything, so you don't have to say, "Oh, all I have this weekend." You do not have to do that, Nintendo Prime. You've donated, dude. Let me tell you guys something real quick about Nintendo Prime. I know this is a workshop, but he donated money for me to take my daughter to the amusement park, to the water park. You know, he donated money to take my daughter to the amusement park, and for me to take the day off from work. Really, so he basically paid for me to take the day off of work because maybe he saw that I was stressed, maybe he saw that I was overworking myself. I don't know. But he took the time and his revenue to do that, you know? Oh, snap. Shout-outs. Yo, we got it, Toby Bluster. Shout-outs to Foodie Tiger, Fairy Tiger, with the $15 donation. Says Steelers, Falcons in the back, PE on the big screen, as it should be. Shout-outs, Fairy Tiger. I do appreciate that. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's really... shout-outs to Nintendo Prime, and also shout-outs to Fairy Tiger. Thank you guys so much for your support on the channel. I really do appreciate that. And yes, I will continue I'm interested in the game. I definitely want to watch the game, what you're talking about today. So yeah, man. Shout out to Fairy Tiger. Top Ninja for the stream. Top Ninja. Also Top Ninja for the week. That'll update as well, too. Abaddon says respect. Absolutely respect. Thank you. I'll answer some more questions because I know we've had a couple different things. So I'll answer some more questions. I'll stay on for a bit longer, guys. I think this was a good workshop, man. I think this was a really good workshop. Hopefully you guys understood what I was trying to say. Obviously, this workshop wasn't to get, to 1 million subscribers or anything like that. It was really just to get started. Consistency. Remember the two things that I said, guys. Consistency, focus. Consistency, focus. Consistency, focus. Being tired is not it's not an excuse. I don't want to hear I'm tired from work. I don't want to hear that, oh, I was too tired. No, that should never be an excuse. I'm sorry. Nintendo Prime is probably tired all the time, and I see his content. He's got content every single day. Dude got like 3 jobs. Dude's got kids, got a wife. You know what I'm saying? Being tired is not an excuse for lack of content on your channel. Even if you're not making what Prime makes, or even if you're not making what John from Spawnwave makes, or RGT, that is not an excuse. And I want to make sure that I really get that point home. You better have consistency with your channel, and you need to make sure that you're focusing on what actually does well. Go back and look at your channel. What actually worked, What actually worked well? What didn't work well? Look at what your channel did with the views as well. Look at your tags. Look at what you talked about, and make sure you capitalize and focus on that, Should my channel have a watermark? No, watermarks are lame. I hate watermarks. I hate watermarks. Watermarks are lame. Oh, wait, hold up. Do you mean watermark in the actual video, or watermark over like the overlay watermark from YouTube? An overlay watermark from YouTube, like the little icon that they do, that's okay. Watermarking videos yourself, I hate that. I can't stand when people do that. Like, there's no need to watermark your own video. Like, that's so silly. I know, like, if it's like a gameplay video, I can understand. Like, some people like to watermark it. Oh, people are taking people take gameplay videos and try to claim it as their own. I mean, I think Contra Network just did that with IGN's gameplay video of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, cloud version for the Switch. What he did is that they uploaded the video, right? IGN uploaded a video of Assassin's Creed Odyssey cloud version for the Switch, and there was no watermark on there. And you can erase watermarks, but what Contra Network did is that he took the video and then uploaded it as himself and put his own watermark on there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like, okay, if you're doing like a gameplay channel, no commentary, okay, watermarking, fine, no problem. But if it's anything outside of that, no. But even for my gameplay videos, like if I do like a full screen gameplay, I'm not watermarking anything. If people want to take my gameplay video and claim it as their own, do it. But if my channel was just, if that was my revenue, was just gameplay, then yeah, I'd probably lightly watermark stuff. So yeah. Let's see, Casual versus two people make similar content using the same tags, same energy, same a lot between the two. One gets an insane amount of views, the other does just okay. Any idea why one does better? It's really just SEO and the YouTube, like active subscriber base, active subscriber base, amount of comments. There's other things that can affect it. There's the amount of comments. There's the amount of like potential like social media retweets. There's all sorts of other things that can kind of factor into how one person gets more views than the other person. Timing of when they uploaded the video. It's almost sometimes needs to be a perfect storm for you to have a viral video or a lot more views. Yeah. Let's see, places. What's the best font or text for making thumbnails? Really just something kind of clean and basic. I use Impact, but Impact is very noticeable. So if somebody else is like if one of you guys use Impact, people would be able to tell, well, you guys are using the same font. Although you can change up things with Impact, but I would say try using Impact or try using anything that's big and bold and like clean. Don't use anything that's like in cursive or anything like that, or anything that's kind of like weirdly shaped, or they disorient things. Like use something that's clean, basic, and kind of chunky, if that makes sense. Not bubbly, but chunky. So yeah, like look at like Top Stream Ninja. See how clean that looks. Like the type of font that it is, it's very clean. There's not a lot of connecting letters or anything. So just make sure it's easy to see. I use Impact, but you guys are, you guys can use it. You guys can mess with the the thickness of the borders, the shadows. You can do all sorts of stuff within Power Director. Within Power Director, you can mess with it. So just kind of move it around and see what it is. I see what you can do with it. Let's see. Technical Tokyo says a long time first timer. From one black YouTuber to another. Any tips on collabs and exposure? Yeah, collabs are important. The best way to get a collab going is like a live stream, like a podcast. So that's the best way to get collabs going. Is like if you're gonna start up something, like start up a podcast, and invite people around your subscriber count, or heck, even go above it. So podcast is the best way to do collabs quickly and without having to actually do like put a lot of work into it. Obviously, if you live close to somebody like John and Spawnwave, they can do collabs easier because they live close to each other. But like me, if you live in the middle of a hot desert where nobody lives, then you can't. Collabs aren't really necessarily like in-person collabs aren't necessarily like a thing. But I do collabs with people. Like I've been on Abaddon's podcast. I've been on RGT's channel. I've been on. Obviously, I'm a regular on the Spawncast. So yeah. Shout outs to Birds Angle Visuals. With the $4.99, it says thank you for the workshop player, since I learned a lot. Thank you. I'm glad that you learned a lot. I'm glad that you guys did it. Obviously it wasn't perfect. Obviously I probably could have been better with the workshop in hindsight, but I think that the main focus was making sure that you guys put a little bit of fire into you guys to at least consistency and focus. If you're a Nintendo guy, don't care about people. Here's another thing. Don't give a damn about people calling you fanboy or calling you names or saying that. If you're hardcore into Nintendo, then be hardcore into Nintendo. If you're hardcore into Sony, then be hardcore into Sony. Now, obviously, you can be level-headed about things. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm going to be a fanboy and defend everything and yell at this and hate on Microsoft and Sony or hate on Nintendo. You don't have to be that. But if you like something, It's okay. If people want to call you that, let them call you that. Most of these people that are calling you this stuff live with their mom, okay? Live with their mom, and their lives aren't that great because they have nothing better to do than to go on other content creators and call them names. Like, what type of loser wastes their time doing that? I don't do that to people that necessarily I don't love them. If I don't like somebody's content, I ain't on their channel. If I think somebody's this, I ain't sitting there calling them names and all that. So don't be worried about what other people think about your content if you're focusing on Sony. If they want to call you a Sony fanboy, go ahead. If they want to call you Nintendo fanboy, let them call you that. You're going to get a lot of people that are fanboys to come to your channel, and you're going to reap the benefits of getting your views for the people that you want to talk to. So don't worry about that, because that's something that I see a lot of YouTube content creators do because they're worried. So they try to say, oh, let me do more Sony stuff, or let me do more Microsoft so I can make sure that I'm balanced. I don't give a damn. You want to call me a fanboy? Great. I'm looking at my channel. I'm doing enough. People are coming to my live streams. You guys are very happy with my content. I'm worried about making you guys happy, not Sony Dude 85 on Twitter, or not Weird Guy 01 or on. I don't care. Good. Have fun calling me names. Great. Go ahead. Make your videos. Make your exposed videos. Go ahead. Because that doesn't affect me. I'm talking to my audience and my base. I've got 100 people here watching this. I've got people that are nice enough to donate for the content that I put out or be on Patreon. I don't care what you say. What are you, look at you wasting your time, you loser. You know, so that's the reason why I say don't worry about that stuff. And that's one thing that I see some of you guys, especially smaller YouTubers, you know, kind of worry about those things. You know, like I said, you can worry about your image and what people think, that's fine. But at the end of the day, do the content that you need to do. If you are a Nintendo fanboy and you want to do all Nintendo stuff, then do it. You know, that's fine. Do the content that you want to do and that you want to focus on. Don't worry about that other stuff, you know? Chips and Six says maybe you should do more of these in the future. It was really helpful. Yeah, I can do more of these in the future. I can do like a recap, like another one, because I guess there's probably gonna be different people at that time. So absolutely. Let's see. Dankman says you should do a YouTube channel based on something that you're extremely passionate rather than following what's the trend, because it can lead to stress. Exactly. And I talked about that, right, guys? I said the focus needs to be something that you're very passionate about. Like today, I had nothing to talk about, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to interject my own passion into this Dragon Quest video, you know, and into this. I'm going to talk about that. And let me talk about Super Mario Party while I'm at it. I wasn't planning on talking about Super Mario Party, but let me go ahead and talk about it because it was the first Super Mario Party that I played. Am I super passionate about it? No. As you can tell, I didn't talk very long about Super Mario Party, you know? Am I super passionate about it? No. Am I super passionate about JRPGs and Dragon Quest and Square Enix? Absolutely. Took up the bulk of the video. And then I put in a little bit of Paladin stuff. And it seems like you guys are watching it, you know? 2,000 views, not bad. Not bad at all. So that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk about stuff that you're passionate about. And don't do stuff that, you know, obviously if you have some type of weirdo concept for a channel, I mean, that's going to be tough, you know, to push. It's got to be something that's broadly liked. I mean, obviously Nintendo is broadly liked. Microsoft and Sony broadly liked. You know, so it can't be something weirdo that nobody likes, you know, unless it's something unique and your editing is on point, you know. But yeah, I see what you're trying to say. Yeah, exactly. Abaddon says, I worked OT with the family and still pushed out videos. I don't care about being tired. You got to get rest, guys. Obviously, I don't want you guys to overwork yourself, but you can't sit here and say, oh, well, I'm going to upload one video a week, you know, or I'm going to upload 2 videos a week. One on Tuesday, one on Friday, one on Saturday, one on Monday. And then, I'm not getting any views. You can't, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. You can't do that unless your editing is so on point, you know, that people take notice. But that's tough in 2018. You don't know how to set up a stream. That's one of the reasons why my podcast is not really live as of right now. I will make it work. Well, setting up a stream is actually really easy. There's a lot of tutorials on that, but Google Hangouts is the easiest way to set up a stream. On your channel, Cabana, you should go to your Creator Studio, and then once you go to your Creator Studio, you should be able to see. You just click Creator Studio on your channel. Once you go to your Creator Studio, that's going to be able to where you can set up a live stream, right? All you do is go to live streaming. You click on live streaming. Once you're on the live streaming tab, that pretty much sets everything up with Google Hangouts. You can do stream now. You can set an appointment to stream it, and then all you have to do is click that click that record button, or on whatever software that your streaming software. So like Streamlabs OBS or whatever webcam that you got set up. You can use Google Hangouts directly, and they will, you know, put up whatever webcam that you have, or even if you just have a mic, you can just do it straight from there. So it's very easy. I would suggest Google Hangouts. I mean, still to this day, you know, John has one of the most popular podcasts on YouTube, and he just uses, I mean, it's a really basic what John uses. He just uses a basic Google Hangouts. What I'm doing right here is way more complex than what John does, but John gets, because it's about the content, it's about who he brings on. You know, it's about what people are excited to see, what he has to say, and what the panel has to say on there. But everything that I'm doing here is far more complex than what, you know, he's doing. You know, I use, and even my podcast is even more complex because I use Streamlabs OBS, and then I plug in a Google Hangouts that's not live. I plug that into Streamlabs OBS, then go from here. So that's even a little bit more complex with my podcast, with what I'm doing, because I plug that into streaming software. You can just directly use Google Hangouts if you want to, which you won't need Streamlabs OBS. You won't need some other type of, you know, software to do that. It just goes straight from your PC. It chews your PC up a bit, but I mean, they've gotten a little bit better with optimizing it over the years. Might not be the best quality. It's not going to be as good. Google Hangouts is not as good as quality as using like a Streamlabs OBS to push your streams and everything, but it works. It works that way, and it's very easy. It's very, very easy. It can even walk you through there on YouTube. So yeah. Let's see here. What else do we got here? Oh, you just did a PayPal donation. Okay. Yeah, PayPal. The issue with PayPal is that for some reason I can't get it to I can't get, shout out to the donation on there. I can't get PayPal to pop up on the channel. So Streamlabs is what I use to get it to pop up. So PayPal, if you do a direct donation to PayPal, I can't get it to pop up, and I don't know why, even though my PayPal is linked. But I do want to see here. Was that you, Jeremy? Yeah, I see you here, Jeremy. Thank you for the $3 donation on here, homie. Still going to give you that love. If you did do a PayPal donation, just let me know, guys. But I can't get it to pop up on here. I'm not sure why. But, you know, thank you for the $3 donation, Jeremy. I do appreciate that. I really do. That Streamlabs, that's that Metal Gear Solid. That's that stealth shimmy, okay? It didn't pop up, but we got that stealth shimmy going for you, homie. Appreciate that. Also, shout outs to Robert with another dollar donation. Says, I had a Waluigi fan meeting in Sweden. No one showed up. LOL. We got jokes in Sweden too. Let's go. Also, shout outs to is it Weedy Prima Diva. Thank you for the subscription as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Use outlines on the text can pop out, can seem better. Thank you a lot, players. Yeah, absolutely. Outlines are good. Let's see here. Turbo Jesse says, how long did it take you to reach 1,000 subs? Well, I've reached 1,000 subs on 3 separate channels, so I'll break down the time it took me. On my original channel, Player Essence, that one took a long time because it took me well more than a year. So that took a very long time. Oh, snap! Yo! What is this? We got another Toby Blaster? Toby Blaster! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me finish what Turbo Jesse's question from his donation, then we'll get to what Andre said, because he had something wild on here. Yeah, it took me more than a year for my original channel. I think it took me about a year and a half for my original Player Essence gaming channel. And I didn't get to 1,000 subs until I had a focus, until I said Player Essence cross Nintendo. You know, guys know the podcast that I do every Friday? That was what got me to 1,000 subscribers. When I started doing Player Essence cross Nintendo, that's when people started watching my channel. That was the spark that I needed to get me. I was like at a couple hundred subscribers maybe. And then I started doing Player Essence cross Nintendo and bam, hit 1,000 quick. Well, not quick, but I started getting regular subs and then being known as a Nintendo guy. So that's what it started. Because before when I first started doing YouTube, I wasn't really a Nintendo guy. Maybe. I was doing news. It was called Listen Up Gaming News, you know? It was really crappy. It was really crappy. But it was called Listen Up Gaming News, and I just sit there and I talk like a monotone brother at my mom's house. Room was kind of messy, printer in the background. It was bad. But that's what I did. I got a couple hundred subscribers from that, but it wasn't until I started doing the podcast and started doing Players Cross Nintendo to where I really got that. So it took me a year and a half on that channel. On my next channel, which was which I've deleted, but the Furious Francis channel, that channel got to 1,500 subs really quickly because it was a crumb side YouTube channel where I'm sitting there just being annoying on purpose, being hardcore Nintendo on purpose. It wasn't necessarily something that like I felt or I believed, but people thought that I was like that. But I really was just doing it for an act in order to gain subscribers, and it worked. It worked like crazy. I think I had that channel was only around for like a few months, and I had like I was going on 2,000 subscribers. But it wasn't me. I got tired. I got tired of the constant troll comments. I got tired of the constant videos being made and people just, cussing me out, racist stuff, just all sorts of stuff. Like I said, crumb side is horrible. Don't ever go to crumb side, or don't ever make crumb side videos. I couldn't handle it, but that channel was going to be very successful. If I continued, it would have continued being successful and continued getting a lot of subscribers, because that channel was actually moving, but I deleted that channel. And then I started, and that I was so tired of that and like doing Let's Plays and doing that type of content and doing that type of fanboy stuff, that I said, I'm going to do a review channel. I completely tried to break off from that, and that's the current channel that you guys see right now. And that one took me longer to get to 1,000 subscribers. That one took me this channel took me, I think, about a few months, a little bit longer than the Furious Francis channel, a little bit longer than that, probably like 5 months, maybe a little bit less than that. It took a few months, and I know it was a little bit longer than the Furious Francis channel, because that was like a month and a half, and I was at 1,500 subscribers, so I think it took about 3 months for this one to kind of get there. But this channel really started getting going once I started being more consistent, like with the news and everything. Once I started just posting consistently, I just started getting more and more subscribers, more and more subscribers. So that's just kind of how it went. Shout outs to Andre with the $15 donation. Toby Blaster says, a wild Andre appears. Best way to hit 1 billion subs. Phase 1, stream Buck Bumble. Phase 2, ? Phase 3, profit. Yeah, man, we're streaming Buck Bumble soon, so look out for that. Thank you. Shout outs to Andre Wine, by the way. He was a top ninja for last week, and looks like he's already tied up with the top ninja right now with Fairy Tiger. So shout outs, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so let's see here. Nerdy Command says, thank you. I will give that a shot, see how it works for me. Yeah, it's actually really easy, dude. It's actually really easy. Let's see here. How do I convince people to subscribe to your channel? It's about your content, man. It's not about, they'll subscribe if they like it. If they like your content, they're going to subscribe, But being consistent, that's the best way. That's the best way. That's the best way to get people to subscribe to your channel. Being consistent. Can they count on you to make videos? The worst thing, the way that I don't subscribe to people, is when they make a good video and then they stop making good videos. They stop making good videos, or they make weirdo content. And like I said, they can make content. People can make whatever content that they want. And like I said, this is no shots to anybody, but there was a guy named Andrew Eisen, right? That made content that I liked. I was like, okay, I'm going to subscribe to his channel. But then he started making like 60 days of Netflix, and just started making these weird videos outside of what he normally did, or at least what I thought that he normally did. And I unsubscribed. And like I said, this is the first time that I've even said this. I don't ever talk about who I subscribe to or who I unsubscribe to. I don't talk about that. But I'm trying to give you guys an example. The content wasn't consistent enough for me. And it just started being weird. It's like, I don't want to watch 60 days of Netflix and then he goes through one Netflix at a time. I knew him as a Nintendo guy who makes some interesting, funny Nintendo videos. And then all of a sudden, for the next 3 months, he's making 60 days of Netflix, which is fine. That's what he wants to do. That's what he's passionate about. And I get it. He has a job outside of YouTube, so he doesn't care, And I still watch his podcast sometime that he does. But I was just like, I don't feel like watching this anymore. So you got to make sure that people come to your channel for what they want to watch. And you're consistent. If you're not, people are going to unsubscribe, or people just aren't going to subscribe at all, Let's see. Black God says, "Are you famous? Are you famous yet, bruh? Do people notice you in public? In general public, no. If I go to E3 or something like that, yes, I've been noticed a couple times from there. A couple times, not like everyone. Hey, OJ. No, just like a couple times I've been noticed. BG Broken Games one time noticed me. I didn't see him. He noticed me. And I talked to him, and I had an interview with him, but it freaking corrupted. But anyway, that was years ago. And like there's been other people that have noticed me sometimes. Just like I said, when I go to stuff. So, Shout outs. Okay. Shout outs, dude. Over here, they're having a battle leaderboard over here. Battle leaderboard. So shout outs to Fury Tiger. He says, let me go ahead and let me get what Fury, because Fury Tiger had a donation. He says 61 days to some kind of game is released. LOL. Smash that like button. Thank you for the dollar donation. Also, Andre Wine says donated $5 and says just doing this so I can pass Fury Tiger. Well, well, there you go, man. You you definitely did that on the leaderboard right here. You're definitely up on the weekly top ninja and also the stream ninja as well. So shout outs, man. Fury Tiger's still the homie though. You guys are still both homies. Thank you guys so much. And my freaking sorry about that, guys. My hard drive failed and it's just disconnected and reconnecting. So my external hard drive failed. So it's failing. It's in the process of dying. So yeah, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I gotta buy a new hard drive. External hard drive. All right, so let's see here. It's almost time for me to wrap this one up, guys. Well, I'll answer a few more questions. Let's see how it goes here. Big favor. Would you ever look at my channel and give me critiques? I'm kind of wandering around in the dark, figuring it out what works best. If not, it's cool. It depends on how much time that you want me to spend on your channel. Definitely, like, I can't guarantee, like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna be able to do it like right away, and like how much critique you can get. I might be able to add like a tier on Patreon if you want me to do that, but I don't know like how much time you want me to spend. I don't want to give you half-ass information. Excuse my language, guys. You know, half-hearted. That was actually a better term to use. Half-hearted information. If we really need to look into your channel, it's gonna spend me some more time. So it might be something to where I might have to say, okay, well maybe it's like a Patreon tier or something, just because I don't know how much time I'll be able to spend on your channel because I'm already doing a lot. You know, I'm already doing quite a bit. I actually work, believe it or not, I actually work quite a bit. So it might be something that like I said, we can maybe talk about. DMs, hit me up on Twitter, and we can see what we can work out. Okay, depends on how much time I have. But yeah, I don't have a problem giving people advice, but like if you want a deep dive, like I actually, you know, I'm not saying that I'm going to do this, but I actually paid someone else to deep dive my channel before I did my recap. I paid somebody, not a lot, but you know, like, hey, what can I do? Somebody who's a professional to really look at my channel. And he spent, I think, about maybe 15 hours looking at my channel. So I had to pay him accordingly, you know? So yeah, like I said, at that time I was still working a normal day job, you know, so I did have some extra money to where I can pay him for it. And like I said, it wasn't super expensive, but I did do that. So it depends on what you want me to do. You want a few tips and tricks? Oh yeah, I can do that for free. No problem. You want me to look at it and say, okay, here's, give you some bullet points. No problem. But if you want me to deep dive, then we'd have to talk about that, you know. So it just depends on what you want. Let's see here. I believe you missed that place. You take on the rumored new Nintendo Switch coming out soon. Well, I already have videos on that, Velvet. So if you want to check out, if you want to check that out on the channel, I've already talked about that a number of times. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys aren't hearing it. That's good. Okay, because my desktop audio is muted, so you guys aren't hearing my hard drive going crazy. You met Low Tier God at Daytona Beach. Was that for CEO? Let's see. Turbo Jesse says, Turbo Jesse with another $5 donation says, thanks for the channel help. My channel wouldn't be what it is without your help. Your work ethic really inspires me daily. Thank you, man. I've been watching your live streams, Turbo, and I've been watching your channel. Your channel's doing good. I think you're over 200 subscribers now, and I know you just started a few months ago, right? So just keep on working, man. Keep on being consistent. Keep on making sure that you're talking about what you need to do, and I think your channel's going to hit 1,000 subscribers in no time, you know? Now you guys are talking about that. Let's see. I'm watching your first video, the Wonderful 101 review. Yeah, that was my first video on this new channel because this channel was a review channel when I first started. So I did the Wonderful 101. I did what else did I do? I did Legend of Zelda. I did Pokemon X and Y. I just did a bunch of reviews, but then I realized I don't really have passion for this, so I'm gonna do something else. I did Let's Plays. I did Resident Evil 4. I did all sorts of stuff on this channel. This channel's transformed so many times. It's great. It's funny. Let's see. Players, what good to start a channel? What does that mean? What good to start a channel? Like, what's good to start a channel? What do you can you clarify your question so I know exactly how to answer you? WeM Gamer says, WeM Gamer 55 says, you inspire me to make videos. And I have to thank you a lot. Thank you, man. I appreciate, you inspire me to make videos. You guys all being here inspire me to make videos. So thank you. So do you guys have any other last questions before we go and watch some NFL here, guys? Any other questions? Andre Wine says, about to head out with the wife. See you later. No, shout outs, Andre Wine. Sharpest man in Player Essence. You and David Drayton. Sharpest brothers in Player Essence. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. Tell the wife, man, you know, that Player Essence community loves her as well. We're all here for you guys. So thank you, Andre. I appreciate, appreciate you for being here. The Player Essence community definitely appreciates and loves you and everything that you do, man. So God bless you and your family, my guy. Seriously. So any other last questions, guys, before I go? Dragon Gamer, if you can clarify your question, I'll be more than happy to answer that. I don't want you to leave and not have your question answered. Chips and Sticks says, Player Essence, would you want to catch these hands and smash when it comes out for charity? Yeah, there's all sorts of charity stuff that's probably going to be going on. So yeah, definitely it'd be fun. If you're doing a charity stream, I'll come give you some hands. You know what I'm saying? I'll come give you some hands when Smash comes out. So yeah. Dragon Lady Gaming UK, any chance of taking a look at my channel? Yeah, like I said, hit me up on Twitter, Dragon Lady. I know I follow you, so if you want to DM me, DM me. If you guys want some quick bullet points, I have no problem. If you want a deep dive, we can talk about arrangements for a deep dive. But if you want quick bullet points, then it's no problem. Then I have no problem giving you guys, free quick bullet points. No problem. Sorry, I mean, how can you live stream use a phone? Yeah, live streaming using a phone is actually really easy. All you've got to do is on your phone, click on your YouTube app. So if you've got the YouTube app, click on your YouTube app, and then from the YouTube app, you should be able to click the icon in the top. And then once you click the icon in the top, you should see right there should give you an option. You see that? Where it says live, it says it right there in the center from the YouTube app. So once again, I'll go over it again. So here's my phone. You click the YouTube app. So I click the YouTube app on there. Once you're on the YouTube app, all you do is at the top of your phone, you should see the little plus camera icon. You click that, and then from there, you just click the middle button live. And you should be able to go live straight from your phone. It's actually very simple, and it's the fastest way to go live. Faster than setting up anything on your PC, faster than using Streamlabs. That is the fastest way to go live. It's straight from your phone. It's built in right there. He talks trash, but he can't win. No problem. Let's see here. Gravity the Ghost says, what's the best way to keep your fans interested in your content? The best way to keep your fans interested in your content is be consistent. Be consistent. The reason why you guys are all here, or many of you guys are here, I see the same names, is because one, you're acknowledged, okay? So acknowledge your fans, one, whether it's on social media, whether it's on the comment section on YouTube. My channel's too big at this point to where I'm not going to talk to you guys on the comment section on YouTube, although you should. When you're starting out, you should be in the comment section all the time. Now the comment section just triggers me. So I talk to you guys via other things, but I'm big enough at this point to where you guys will follow me on social media, and I can talk to you guys directly through DMs or through live streaming like this, or through Twitter. But when you're first starting out, you should be in that comment section talking to your fans. So make them feel appreciated, make sure you talk back to them, and make sure that you're consistent. Because if you're consistent and you get one person to even go to your video and watch, why did they go to that video? If they make a comment, comment back to them. Even if it's like, like I said, YouTube comments can be volatile, but you got it. When you're starting out your channel, you got to interact with your fans through that way. If you're not live streaming a lot, the only way to talk to your fans is really through your YouTube comment section. Now, a good way to also connect with your fans is through live streams. So if you can live stream, do it, because that way your most dedicated fans will come to your channel, and then from there you can acknowledge them personally and make them feel like, hey, he's actually acknowledging me. How many times do you guys go on bigger live streamers? They will say literally nothing to you because one, there's either too many people there, or two, they just don't want to acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying? Good live streamers will acknowledge their audience and acknowledge their base, pretty much in every single live stream. Now, the only time that I don't do that is when I'm playing with my, or I don't do that as much as when I'm playing with my Patreons. I'm playing with my YouTube members, because that night is about them and they get direct access and content to talk to me and to play games and to have fun. So I want to make sure that the focus is on them. So that's the only time that I'm not talking as much on the YouTube chat, is because I'm talking with the people there and they deserve my 100% attention when I play games with them. Not to be looking at the chat and be going back and forth between them and answering stuff here. So I'm talking to them. So make your fans, make your users feel appreciated, and make sure, even if they've got opinions, that's one thing that I need to work on. Even if they got opinions that are wrong than yours, make sure that you talk to them. Yo, shout outs to the Toby. Okay, hold up. You guys can't hear it because did you guys hear the Toby Blaster? I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. Either way, I'm going to replay it. I'm not sure if you guys could have heard it or not. All right, we got to replay it, and I got to do the animation. Oh, hit it. Hold up. Here we go. Replay it. Oh, it's not going to replay it. No. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the Toby Blaster? Anyway, shout outs to David Drayton with the Toby Blaster. It's not replaying right now. Streamlabs is acting lame. Toby Blaster, David Drayton. Shout outs. We got the two, like I said, the two sharpest brothers in player essence, David Drayton and Andre Wine here. Shout outs to both of you guys. The $20 donation. You guys are all tied up on the leaderboard here. He says, once the NX was announced, I found Obi, Attica, Review Tech, and then and PE. Then later Spawn. Consistency was why I'm not a supporter of all of you guys. I say now is a great time to jump into the Nintendo space, with many outlets starting to report on Switch revision. First of all, David Drayton, my boy, you should do a workshop, because that is fantastic news. Spawnwave hit a perfect storm. Spawnwave, RGT, beat 'em up, wood beat 'em ups, all of those guys. Rumors, Switch coming out, what's gonna happen, hit a perfect storm and kind of rode that. Guys that were before that kind of didn't ride that wave because they were in old YouTube algorithm, Wii U algorithm, you know, so their channels necessarily not so much, but people who really kind of got going and really took the Switch and got it running, definitely took off. So now is a perfect time, not necessarily to copy, you know, Spawn, or to copy myself or anything like that, but talking about news is not copying. So let me just make sure I make this clear, because people are like, man, well, I don't want to do what you do, or I don't want to do what John does. Talking about gaming news, reporting on news is not copying. I'm not the first to report. I sure as hell won't be the last to report on gaming news. Doing gaming news, and I want to make sure I say this, guys, because a lot of people have this worry, is not copying anybody. If you sit in front of a camera or behind a green screen or behind a bookshelf of gaming, and you want to talk about gaming news, because gaming news can get you views, and because you like gaming news, you're more than free to do so. Nobody owns any copyrights, or there's not any ordained or manifest destiny right to gaming news. Gaming news is everybody's news. As soon as a developer gives news to IGN, let's just say Paladins gets a new DLC character exclusive on IGN. First look, IGN doesn't own exclusive rights to talk about said news. Dreamcast guy did a video where he had a rumor, right? Where he said that, you know, he had a scoop. They're really heavily considering, what's it called? What was it? Kingdom Hearts 3 for the Switch. That's not exclusive to Dreamcast guy. I can talk about it. I mean, obviously you want to cite your sources, which is important. Cite your source. If you got if that was the original source, then cite it, which I did multiple times. I put a link in the description and I talked about it, and I said, hey, this was from Dreamcast guy, but he doesn't own that. And you know, and I was on the video podcast with Dreamcast guy, and he obviously saw that, and there's no problem because he was properly cited and because he was properly linked. So there is no stealing news. Now, if you want to, if you say something and then try to claim it as yourself, then that's a problem. But there's no exclusive on news, and that's the thing that I see a lot with people. You're stealing, or I don't want to do what they. News is news. Anybody, like, think about like the news reporters, right? Like the news. Like, how many people reported on daily news? If there is a high profile murder case, or if there's a high profile, how many outlets are reporting on it? Like freaking 1 million. Nobody owns exclusive rights to anything. It's public information. Like, all this stuff is public information. So if you want to start a news channel where you're talking about news and you want to give your own unique take, then do it. What I will say with this, to kind of tie into what David Drayton is saying, it's really good to jump on. Like, if you like Nintendo and if you like Switch, it's really good to get in now because of the whole Switch revision. You can ride that. You can try to ride that Switch revision wave because it looks like it's going to get pretty heated, you know, in 2019. So you can try to get some, you know, footprints right now talking about it, and then try to ride that wave in and see if you can bump up to your first 1,000 quickly. Now is a perfect time. That's great info, David Drayton. That's great info to say. Now is a perfect time to kind of jump in. So don't ever feel because you watch me, you watch Spawn, you watch RGT, you know, you watch Dreamcast guy who does news, you watch all these people that are doing news. Don't ever feel like that you're not allowed, or you can't do it, or you have nothing to offer on the table. You know, and that's one of the biggest things that I see people being reluctant. You know, don't ever feel that you can't offer anything to the table. My opinion isn't any better, you know, than your opinion, or my opinion isn't any more valid than you guys. You guys have a voice too if you want to get into it. Now, if you want to do something else, that's fine. But that doesn't mean you can't talk about it yourself. You know, that doesn't mean you can't have something to say. And like I said, I interact with all those guys, and I go on their channels, and I make a video, and I see what I say, and then I go on their video and I say, okay, this is what they said. Okay, so I get a different perspective, because me and John, or me and RGT, we can talk about the same things, but do we honestly have the same perspectives on things? Absolutely not. If you watch our videos, most of the time we do not have the same perspective on a lot of things, for the most part, you know. So that's what it's all about. Shout out to Fairy Tiger with the $5 donation, and I have no idea I think it's Fairy Tiger who's the top stream ninja. Yeah, it's Fairy Tiger. Okay, shout out to Fairy Tiger with the $5 donation. Also, shout out to Andre Wine with the $5 donation as well. Hold up, what did Andre do? Andre did 15. Okay, yeah. Oh no, he did a 5, 15, 5. That's 25. Fairy Tiger. Dude, I've lost track. Fairy Tiger, where are you at? I think it's still Andre. I think it is. I have no idea. I can't count. Okay, so Fairy Tiger did 15. Fairy Tiger also did another 5. Fairy Tiger did 1. That's 21. And so I think I don't know if you're the top ninja at this point, but you're still awesome. Smile, and he just has a smiley face. He's just a smiley face. Shout outs. So yeah, hopefully my rant did it. I did do a rant. I did do a rant though, guys. I think that was a rant. That was a little bit of a rant. Can you still pull off backflips? I'm talking about the Wonderful 101 review. Stay tuned for my My Hero review. I will say that. Stay tuned for my Hero review. Can I still do backflips? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Abaddon says, that's why I went back to gaming news. I started out as a news channel, and it's fun to talk about. Exactly. Exactly. Do I recommend using the built-in Mac camera for recording videos? Sure, why not? If that's easy for you, absolutely. Fairy Tiger just pulled a Price is Right. Pulled a smiley face Price is Right with the 1. Fairy Tiger looking to be the top ninja. Fairy Tiger just pulled a Price is Right. I'm gonna capitalize that T on there, Fairy Tiger, because I like to spell it like this. So shout outs, Fairy Tiger. Pulled that Price is Right on there. All right, so like I said, last couple comments here, or last couple questions here, guys, and we'll wrap this one up, and we'll go watch some NFL, huh? Let's see here. Black God says, how did you get your Naruto animated theme, icons, memes, etc.? Yeah, that's just through the internet. And by the way, the guy that that deep dive my channel, I was looking at doing something like this with the whole Naruto theme, but he essentially told me to do it. He was like, what do you like? I was like, I like ninjas. Oh my god, Toby Blaster! Oh my gosh, another Toby Blaster! Shout out to David J with the Toby Blaster! Okay, I think David's the top now. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me with kindness here. Oh, Andre comes in. Andre, you're supposed to be with your wife with $1 David, I think David Drayton kind of just jumped up over all of you guys, though. I think with a 20. David Drayton says, before the Switch, my last console were Wii and PS3. I stopped gaming when I went off to college in 2009. In 2015, I wanted to see what gaming had come. What gaming had come to. So that's when I went to YouTube to see what was new. Boom, the NX was announced. I started subbing and viewing. Yeah, I mean, exactly. And what David's trying to do here is kind of come at from a viewer's angle why he's looking at things. So that's the reason why with this last donation, he said like, hey, you know, the Switch revision, now's a good time to kind of jump in, you know? Doesn't mean that you have to stop supporting the channels that you still watch. Trust me, a lot of you guys that come here that have channels, I watch all of you guys' channels. Yes, I don't comment all the time. Trust me, I'm a lurker. Unless you guys have live streams, trust me, I'm lurking. But the reason why I don't comment on you guys' channels, and the reason why I don't say anything is because I don't want to derail you guys' chats and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I don't comment on those things. I don't want to derail you guys' comment section. I don't want to derail your YouTube channels like live streams. So trust me, I'm watching all of you guys' stuff. I'm lurking on everything. Whenever I'm editing, I edit videos all the time. I'm lurking on everything, or I'm watching on my phone at least, you know. So yeah, now is a great time to kind of get into the mix. I see a lot of guys doing great stuff. Like I said, Abaddon is probably the best way, like, to kind of take all the stuff that we've been talking about and kind of focus it in. Obviously, like I said, getting help like from people, like, you know, making consistent gaming videos, or making kind of putting yourself in a certain kind of like clique per se, is going to help, because you're going to find people that are like-minded and that don't mind having you on their shows. Like, for example, Abaddon even went on the Spawncast one time, you know? So I mean, like, finding, and that's probably because he does gaming news. So I mean, so finding people that are like-minded and stuff is really going to help you too with your channel. Like, I take notice of people that are, if you're starting out and, you know, you reach out to me, I take notice of your channel. Like, it doesn't matter if you have no subs. Turbo Jesse came to me when he had 0 subs, and I looked at his channel. I said, okay, well, here's what maybe we can do, you know, through DMs, you know. Oh God, you guys stop. Shout outs to Andre, said Nande yo. You guys are all prizes right each other. First of all, thank you for the Toby Blaster. I appreciate that, Andre. I think Andre, okay, you guys are really trying to end this stream to see who's the top there. Andre, my boy Andre, coming through. Look at this weird $46.03. Look at that. $46.03. Shout out to the Toby Blasters though. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys obviously support enough, you know, that you guys like what I'm doing with the YouTube workshop, and we'll probably do another one. You guys can give me some topics to talk about, maybe that we can kind of nail home, because we already talked about focus and consistency. Maybe we can go over some other things that you guys want to do. Hit me up on Twitter what you guys want to see for the next one. I'll be more than happy. Or if you guys have some comments what you guys want to do for the next one, maybe we can have another one in a couple weeks. You guys can kind of take the information that I gave you guys, kind of channel it, see what you guys can do, and then in 2 weeks maybe we can kind of reconvene and see where everybody's at, huh? Let's see. So let's see here. What else you guys got for me? I started gaming news because of you, players. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for giving these tips. I've had my channel for about a year now, and I'm planning on revise my channel content. Okay, so let me take a here's what I'll do, Solo Watson, because I know you're here a lot. Let me take a live look at your channel, bro. You look really young. Young is good. I'm looking at your channel. It doesn't seem like you haven't really been doing anything lately. You're talking about Destiny content. Yeah, you need okay, like I said, don't take this bad. You need to focus. You need to focus. What I see from your channel is no consistency and no focus. Destiny, you're not going to win it. Mass Effect, Destiny, okay, that was a year ago. You're not going to win at these type of things. This isn't going to be, like, I see like Bully, PS2, I see Mass Effect. I see no connection. I see no connection. You know, here I see E3 stuff. So when you relaunch your channel, make sure you have a focus. I'm looking at, you said you do gaming news, or are you going to do gaming news? You know, I'm looking at your uploads though, and it seems like, so yeah, you need to focus. Destiny isn't going to get you anything on here. If you're going to do Destiny, you're going to live stream it on Twitch, or live stream it. But Destiny's not going to get you anything here. But that was more than a year ago, so it's not like you're doing that anymore. So focus and you'll be okay. So 2 weeks, let me see what you got. I'll be taking a look at your channel. I'm going to subscribe. Okay, I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. 2 weeks. Let me see what you got in that 2 weeks, and then we can come back, maybe see where you're at in 2 weeks. Okay. I inspired you to start live streaming. Oh, shout outs, Dragon Lady. Thank you. Oh, solo news. Oh, solo news. Let me. Never mind. Can you link your channel real quick? Or Solo, can you hit me up on Twitter with your channel, dude? Just Solo, hit me up on Twitter with your channel, dude. How often do you need to upload to be consistent? I would say upload at least 5 times a week, minimum 5 times a week. Yeah, Solo Watson, hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter with your channel so I can subscribe to it. What's the best software to use to edit videos? I think Power Director is the best software to use while editing videos. Power Director, it's cheap. You guys can get Power Director. I don't suggest really the old versions of Power, like not a lot of the old versions. I suggest the newer versions, and I suggest buying the software, guys. I don't suggest pirating it. I suggest buying it. You can get Power Director 16, which is ultra fast and somewhat lightweight, for $63.17. That's not bad. That's the price of a video game, you know? So $63. Or you can go with, like, if you want to go cheapo, you can use a Power Director 13. I don't recommend it with HD videos and all that, but if you want to go a little bit more cheapo, you can go with the Power Director 13. That's 20 bucks. Or you can go with a Power Director, like a Power Director 15 for like 40 to 50 bucks. So I suggest buying the software and you know, sorry for like you guys heard that. That was my stupid hard drive. So yeah. Ride the Switch wave. I do like Switch games. Be a professional complainer. YouTube commentator. Yeah, man. Yeah, not a bad price. It's not bad. It's not bad. 60 something bucks. The software is good. You'll be good for a while. Like when you buy a Power Director software, you don't got to keep updating the software. Like you don't got to buy like the Power Director 17 and 18 and all that. If you buy Power Director 16, you can use this software because it handles 1080p. It can do 4K. It can do all of that. So if you get Power Director 16, you'll probably use it for the next 5-6 years, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I used Power Director 13 for like 4 years, for like 3 or 4 years. When I first started, I did it, and I jumped straight from Power Director like 13 or 14. I jumped straight from that to 16, you know? So you don't have, and I've been on YouTube for like 6-7 years. So you don't have to be constantly updating it, you know? Power Director 16 is very good. It's very good. Very, very good. Very good. So I think we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had pretty good consistent viewership. I thought this was gonna be trash because we started out pretty low with like 30 viewers, but you guys definitely came through at the end. We had a lot of good questions. We had a lot of good questions. I think you guys had a lot of if you guys did, I want to get it just like I said, be honest, guys. I do want to get some comments before I go. What did you guys think about this? How I hosted it? Is there anything that you guys would like to see me do a little bit better for the next one? I'll just take a couple comments on that just so I can get some feedback. What do you guys think about how this workshop went, and what can I do to get a little bit better? Was I unorganized? Do you think that was I a little too brash? Like, let me know. Be honest, and I'll be more than happy to take the feedback in. So I'll take a couple seconds to read off some of you guys' thoughts on this. Blue Velocity says, I want to start making commentary videos, possibly news, and my own style of content gameplay. Sonic speedruns. Is it too much for a widespread of content? If you want to do Sonic, that's fine. Just focus on Sonic. Focus on news videos and focus on Sonic. Just make sure that, you know, brand your channel that, Blue Velocity. Like, if you're going to be a Sonic channel, brand it that way. Make sure you're a Sonic channel. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do it, do it. But being a Sonic channel also gives you the ability to be a Nintendo channel too, because a lot of Nintendo fans are also Sonic fans. So that's what's cool about being a Sonic channel. You can also be a Nintendo channel too. So that gives you a lot of room for your focus. So if you want to do Nintendo and Sonic go hand in hand, you know? So if you run a Sonic channel, like for example, Kobanermani, right? Well, I think he got kind of tired of it, but he was a Sonic guy. But he was able to play other games too. He was a Nintendo guy too. First a Sonic guy, but also known as a Nintendo guy, because Sonic and Nintendo go hand in hand now. So you have a lot of room. You have a lot of room to do what you want, because you can do Nintendo and can do Sonic and attract the same people to your channel. You know, a lot of Sonic guys are also Nintendo guys, you know? So it makes sense. I want to hear my tier list in Super Mario Party. Well, make the video and I'll be more than happy. This was good, even though I missed the first half of it. Okay. Definitely do it again. Okay. I was lurking in the stream. I liked it. I wish you could make it into a regular thing. Yeah, maybe we can do it into a regular thing. At least maybe once a month, or maybe even more. Am I allowed to link? You're not allowed to link. This is not a mod right now. Just hit me up on Twitter, and I'll be more than happy to check out your channel. I really appreciate this. Maybe you can break down the social media web. People will definitely need to properly make / promote their channel. Yeah, definitely. We can talk about social media more. Although I'm not an expert on social media, so I'm not an expert guy. So I don't want to give the impression that I am an expert, because there are guys that are experts on this stuff. So that's the only thing that I'm a little worried about, is like I don't want people to think that I'm an expert on this, because obviously my channel is not like blown up to like, 100,000 subscribers or a million. So I'm not an expert. I can just give tips on how to get started because I've started my channel 3 separate times. So I will say that I am an expert on getting started on channels. I'm an expert on getting fired from regular day jobs. If you ever want to know how to get fired from regular day jobs, come to me. I'm your man. If you ever want to know how to start a channel, come to me. I've done 3 that all have gotten at least to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm good at those. Those are the 2 things that I'm very good at. So I'm experts in those categories. So yeah. Let's see here. Blue Velocity says, I enjoyed this. Do it more often. Okay, cool. We need to stream about how to get fired. maybe one of these days. Honestly, if the live room struck a couple hours, you'd be very informative for different viewpoints. Okay. Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right. Maybe show more of the YouTube site editor if you can like Google AdSense, the hands-on stuff, just tips from the mouth. Thanks, OJ. Okay. Yeah. We can definitely look into that. Like the YouTube. I don't use the YouTube editor, but do you mean like editing? Like, do you guys want me to show you how to edit? Would that be something that you guys want to like kind of see? Like, I can give you guys basic editing tips and like how to edit. I think a lot of you guys probably don't know how to edit, and I know. Like for me, editing is like the back of my hand, but maybe for a lot of you guys are kind of like intimidated by editing. So if you guys want, we can do like a workshop on putting the structure of a video, the structure of a video and stuff like that. So I mean, we can, and I can actually bring up my editing software and I can show you guys like exactly what it looks like. That's actually not a problem. It's very easy for me to do. And that's the reason why I use Streamlabs OBS, is because there's a lot of flexibility with Streamlabs OBS. So for example, I can do this, and I can easily show you guys how to edit something very quickly using like software. So that's not like I want, oh, hold up, never mind, cancel. See, look, even I make mistakes too. So I can easily show you guys, like how to cut, splice, put things together, file, importing, putting together videos. Like that's not a problem. So if you guys want me to do something like this, that's easy. That's actually super simple, and I have no problem doing stuff like this for you guys too in Power Director. Like, it boots up quick, it's easy to do. How to add your audio levels once you do add an audio clip to it. How to add like effects, blur, stuff like that. You can put your favorites, what you like to use. Like, I can teach you guys what all these little icons mean, and I mean, if you guys want, I can do that too. Obviously I can't do everything because Power Director, there's a lot of stuff, but I can teach you, I can teach you guys how to make a basic video with basic edits and cuts. I mean, that's not a problem either. Like, we can do that for a little bit. So that's not a problem either, guys. So if you guys want to do that, let me know. I'm not gonna propose Wondershare. Like I said, guys, I'm only gonna propose what I use and what I know. And for me, Power Director is the best editing software. It's the easiest and best editing software. So I'm not really going to promote any other software in my workshop. Like I said, I don't have any type of monetization or sponsorship through Power Director. All I know is that before I started using Power Director, I used other editing software and I was having problems. And then when I started using Power Director, my problems went away. So I'm not going to endorse any other types of editing software on my workshop outside of Power Director. I don't know about Vegas, and I know other people use Vegas and other people use other stuff. That's great, but for me, Power Director is where it's at. I suggest Power Director, and that's the only thing that I'll use, because I don't want to suggest another something that I don't use, and then you guys pick it up, you guys spend good money on it, and they're like, man, OJ just recommended this software that sucks, that I don't that he doesn't even use. So I'm only gonna recommend what I use, guys. I'm only gonna recommend what I use. Blue Velocity, it just depends on how long you're doing the video, how long your video is. I mean, how long it takes to make a video and process and edit a video. It's really based on your settings, how fast your computer is, how long your video is. So I mean, generally for me, my videos, 10 to 15 minute videos take anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours to record, edit, process, then upload to YouTube. 2 hours, about 2 hours to make. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna endorse any other types of editing software, guys. I don't use those, so I'm not gonna endorse any other type of software, outside of Power Director. So yeah. So anyway, all right, guys. Comparison to deep. Okay, now that's respect. If anything, I might do a comparison video or deep dive into both. Yeah, shout outs, man. What computer setup do you have? like graphics card and such. Yeah, I have a GTX 960. I have 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. I have two monitors. A 2-monitor setup is probably what you want, so you probably want 2 monitors. I have a 2 terabyte external hard drive, and I have a 1 terabyte, or no, 1 terabyte internal hard drive. And I have an i7 CPU, a top of the line i7 CPU. So yeah, that's what I have. Generally speaking, my computer was $1,500 back when I got it in 2015. It was about $1,500 or so. So yeah, you don't need all that to edit videos, but it helps edit videos faster. Your processor and your graphics card, that's what helps you to where you don't have headaches in PowerDirector. You got to have a decent graphics card. You got to have a processor. A very fast processor is good. So if you want to do video editing, make sure you have a graphics card that's at least a good graphics card. You need a good graphics card. I would suggest a 750, GeForce 750 or up. I don't know Radeon graphics cards, but I would suggest a 750 or up, or even like a 960. You know, at this point, because they're so cheap. And I'd also suggest an i7 fast processor. And I also suggest RAM. You need RAM. I suggest at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. I mean, you can DDR3, but I suggest DDR4 RAM. But DDR4 RAM's, it's not as expensive as it used to be. I suggest at least 8 gigabytes. DDR4 RAM, in order to take advantage of it, though, I think you need, with most PCs, you need more than 8 gigabytes. So, I mean, 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM should be fine, be good enough. And also, like I said, RAM processor needs to be good, and graphics card needs to be halfway decent. Needs to have unless you want your videos to be lagging. Like every time like you upload, like you put in an HD video, it starts like lagging, which mine still does a little bit. Just like sometimes a little bit of delay because of how big the files are. Yeah. So yeah, you need that stuff to be able to help to render and process faster. Yeah. Will I do a series of lessons? I won't do a series of lessons because I'm going to direct you guys to a guy. His name is PowerDirector Academy. Make sure you guys check out he does lessons. So if you guys want lessons in PowerDirector, go ahead, go to him. What I'm going to do is I can show you guys the basic structure. He doesn't show you the basic structure of a video. He tells you how to do stuff within PowerDirector. I'm going to show you guys the basic structure of a video, how to set up video, how to put video in, and how to quickly just edit normal. I'm not going to show you guys exactly how to do everything. I'll just show you guys the structure of a video using editing software. I can do that for you guys, but I'm not going to show you guys exactly how to do every single little thing. He can help you with that. PowerDirector University, absolutely. Yeah. Desktop or laptop. You can use either one. It just depends. Desktop or, it doesn't matter what you use. Doesn't matter what you use. All right, guys. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you guys for all the donations. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. This was a really good stream. It was 2 hours. It went a little bit longer than I needed. Not needed, but that I thought it was gonna go. But you guys had such good questions, and you guys came in, really supporting the stream. So I really do appreciate that, guys. I really do appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. For like I said, the donations. Thank you guys so much for the comments, the kind words, everything. Seems like you guys are very interested in this type of stuff, so I will continue to do it. Like I said, I am going to give you guys a little bit of time to kind of go over some things. Maybe we might reconvene in a month, maybe, or maybe like 3 weeks. So we'll take a little bit of time to let you guys kind of soak all of this in and kind of implement some changes that you need to make to your channels, and then we can kind of reconvene to see what we can do next. Okay, guys. So all right. So I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate that. I think it was a good workshop, and we'll see you guys for a little bit. I'm going to go make a pizza and watch some NFL. All right, guys. Peace out. Oh, this video will be live as soon as possible. So as soon as I can put this video live on the channel to where it's done processing, because it takes a little bit of time to process, it will be live. So if you want to rewatch it, if you want to see the beginning, if you missed some of it, it'll be on the channel so you can watch it later. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, one more thing, guys. Before you guys go, please do me a big favor. Before we go, please do me a big favor. And check out my last video that I did. I think it was pretty good. People are watching it. I think it's interesting. I had a video on Dragon Quest. So I had a video on Dragon Quest. So, and Square Enix RPGs, Dragon Quest in general, just like a lot of stuff like that. So let me pull it up real quick here. So if you guys can check out my video on Dragon Quest, that would be great. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that, guys. If you haven't watched it, check it out. If you haven't watched it, check it out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and we will see you guys for the next one. Peace.